Cips clip.
Tonight at 11.
Doom! It's a plan! And I'm angry! I'm not a slave! I've broken the conditioning! It doesn't work on me! I'm primitive, I'm real, I know the enemy, and if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist! Break the conditioning now! Excuse me.
This is not the InfoWars Nightly News, where the answer to 1984 is not $19.95 plus shipping and handling, but the answer is to try and understand the double-barrel bullcrap, the doublespeak, and the Orwellian wonderland we now find ourselves in. So sit back and relax as I take you through a real alternative look at the news and so-called alternative media alike. Enjoy.
Cips clips.
Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kip's clips, and welcome to Not the InfoWars Nightly News, the original alternative look at the alternative media, sceptical about the so-called skeptics, and watch the motherfucking Watchmen, because somebody's got to do it. So welcome, it's a journey through the Truther Industrial Complex collage that I see, joining the dots and the overlapping agendas and the so-called independent media. They've all got different masks on, but they appear to be serving the same master. Just my opinion, and I'll take you through a wee stroll through that this evening. And what a week it has been. Brian Harvey, Alex Jones and Tommy Robinson, all in the thick of things. So before I do the usuals, this is what's on the cards tonight. If you do appreciate the InfoWars Nightly News, make sure you stick a wee thumbs up, share it with your friends and family and foes. Please help the channel and the show grow, and you rely on you guys and girls at home to do so, because the cross-promotion days of the YouTubes are gone. And if you appreciate and get value from what I do, there's a Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. It's digital busking, everything's available and accessible free of charge. There is no jeopardy here, there's no used car salesman techniques. And if you get value and appreciate what I do, then consider using your spare change, not your life savings, and your Patreon and the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. As I said, digital busking, no gun at your head. Alrighty YouTube, so thanks for tuning in. I'll say hi to everybody in the chat in one wee moment. Let's have a wee rundown of what's on the cards tonight. So I've got a lot on the Tommy trial. I've got a lot on InfoWars Meltdown. Not the InfoWars Nightly News, the only InfoWars Nightly News available on YouTube. Woo! Must be doing something right, eh? I'm not fucking part of the Trump collective. YouTube haven't kicked me off. But I've also through that roller coaster ride of the adpocalypse on YouTube, what a beautiful lesson. And I'm still learning. I'm still trying to learn and get a good balance between using this shit and beginning to think it's the be all and end all of life. Oh, they deleted my YouTube account. It's a fucking YouTube account. Get a YouTube account. Get a grip. And I understand a lot of people have got a lot of time and a lot of effort, and have got a lot of subs on particular channels, and the channels mean a lot to them. I understand that, but I think it's a real lesson as to us all that we're getting so talking to me as well, and I'm probably still am to a certain degree, emotionally attached to, I don't know what you would call it. I mean, yeah, people understand what an inanimate object is. What the fuck is it? A YouTube account? Right, I know you can go into all the technicalities and shit, right? But just think about that, and whatever it is, there's some sort of emotional attachment there. And your YouTube account, you can't even really touch it. I mean, worst comes to the worst, man. You couldn't even fucking eat it or shag it. Depending what your computer is like and stuff. But again, technicalities we don't need to go into right now. So Alex Jones, let's talk about the Alex Jones thing. Pretty simply summed up. I support a bakery's right not to make a gay cake if they don't want to make a gay cake. Don't support people being homophobic, but they've got the right to do that. I just think they've got the right to make a decision who they do and don't do business with. It's fairly reasonable, and if it's done all amicably, why not? And I think YouTube and Google, who are not yet government branches, not quite yet, Google and YouTube, Facebook as well, sprinkle that on top. They're private companies, and they've made up some rules, and they're kicking out assholes. I don't know about yours, right? Let's say there was a genuine Zucker cunt out there, right? And he made a social platform, and like he was genuine and shit. And then next, you blink your eyes, and the fuel of hooker and blow parties because you've made millions. And then next thing you know, you're fucking the thing that you created has been hijacked by fucking extreme right groups, disguising themselves, propagandizing people to neo-conservatism through the YouTubes and telling everybody, here I'm on over here, I'm telling you the truth. You'd be a bit pissed off. And then, like, I don't even think it's unreasonable for you to go, here, fuck's sake, I created for this for fucking people to have hooker and blow fucking parties and getting together and shit. No fucking come here and fucking take an armband and join a cult. It wouldn't be unreasonable for them to go, here, get fucking off this. They're acting as if, like, they've been fucking had their legs chopped off, their mouth removed, their ability to do business took away. Again, you can go down the minuses of like their advertisers are obviously going to be affected in the revenue from YouTube and all that. See that YouTube, they've not got a gun at anybody's head. They've got a YouTube partnership, and like in a partnership, each side can fucking write fucking terms and conditions, and you can either agree to it or you can walk away. And these are the people that talk about contract law and all that. Well, the libertarian tards can't see it's just conservatism with a different name. Oh, property rights and open free market, and property rights. Okay, you libertard, you're a conservative. No, I'm a libertarian. You're a conservative. Anyway, I digress yet again. And hey, sorry, man, libertarians out there. I know. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Look at this new party that's bounced up in America, the libertarian movement. Look what it steered people. Look what direction Ron Paul, through getting exposure on YouTube, on fucking Alex Jones. Look what political direction they've steered people. It's all part of the drip effect. Anyway, I digress, sorry, but there's so much that's happened this week with Alex Jones. We're going into that. So, got a lot on the Tommy trial, a lot on InfoWars. A lot on UKIP and the Truth or Industrial Complex and the worldwide alt-right and all these independent nationalist movements that are springing up everywhere that have the same fucking people, and we Raheem Kassan or whatever his fucking name is, like and they're all like, hey man, we're just a grassroots movement, yeah man. And then we've got Brian Harvey. I'm going to break that down into small digestible chunks. Wow, man. I'll admit, man, this is getting up there with Coronation Street and EastEnders for me now. It's brilliant, man. I'm even beginning to know the characters' names and everything. Sugar Tits Southern, UK Fifth Column, Mike in the South Africa agenda. I don't know if you can see this. White genocide, the fallen apartheid regime propaganda from South Africa is spewing out. Now, I talked to a South African guy who's a coloured, and he only broke it down to me how it worked in that country when he grew up. The apartheid is gone, and there's still a lot of fucking grey areas and a lot of people that need to be kept happy. But put it this way, there's a lot of black cunts that want to kick a lot of mainly white people or coloured off land that was stolen off them. Now, usually when this happens, because the black person tends to have to own prove property rights or claim to this farm, and then there's dispute and compensation comes into it, right? There's legislation and rules that have been written to deal with this scenario. I'm going to argue that in both sides trying to compromise or trying to find a solution that both sides are happy with or can even be palatable on both sides. There's been extreme, some would call wankers on both sides that can't palate the way the direction it's going, and thus they'll be absolute arseholes. So you've got the white side can point to black cunts killing white farmers and going, "White genocide, sugar tits, talk about your politics." And do a documentary for his sugar tits. And the black side can just go like the black side or the coloured side or all the other fucking factions that are fucking arguing over this shite and claim to land can point and go, we're just kicking these bastards off our fucking off our land that they stole in the first place. So like it's not very easy to fucking find this a mechanism to keep all sides happy, and thus what you get is you get extreme forms of versions of stories and propaganda coming out from all sides of this shite, and thus the truth is being shat on. And unless you're over there and actually investigate it yourself, it's very hard to get to the truth. But what you can do is like look who's got the dogs in the fight and where the money and where the influence is coming from, and the propaganda that's coming out on the behalf of the white farmers who's losing their rights just to stay put. It's getting easier for these black people to rock up and go, "Here, you stole my land in the first place, now get out." It's getting easier for them to do that. And the old apartheid state of South Africa was their base. Right? And then you get Lawler and Southern, the rebel media, Katie Hopkins, and everybody else in the Truth Industrial Complex that's now all of a sudden talking about South Africa. But Russia Today, all of a sudden drawing your attention to the poor plight of the South African farmers. I thought these were all nationalistic fucking outfits. I thought we should care about British farmers, no fucking white South African ones. But this is the hypocrisies and double standards of all these groups. So we're talking about the South Africa agenda, the anti-ninja propaganda. That's Bobo Johnston and other MPs coming out and saying that they're scared of ninjas. Oh no, Burkers, Iron Giant Molyneux and his neocon camouflage. Him and his big baldy chrome dome coming out and trying to fucking put some WD-40 in his cheeks so he can get away with saying that he's not a conservative. I'm a classic libertarian. I'm a classic liberal. You're right. Assange is dead. Let's drop in a conspiracy theory. Ken O'Keefe. It's a lot to get into tonight. 300,000 easy money counts spunkula. He's lost his appeal, and he's lost his appeal of his appeal. So now, God, 300 fucking grand, man. 300 grand. Here, Fido! See cow, Fido! Now pay me. Jufro Watson, and a wee clip that somebody's put up, especially for me, and I missed it, but I'll play that. Victims of the tick. Just like some of the behaviour you witness on YouTube, and if this was your nearest and dearest, you wouldn't be happy just sitting there and going, "Here, that's batshit fucking crazy." I think you are fucking seeing Jesus in toast. There's the white genocide stuff coming from all angles. Bigots first. Britain first. They're over in Northern Ireland. It's marching season. The Satanic Panic Sheridan. Don't attend the third. Deleted my website because I was saving the world one fucking goblin fucking story at a time. Freedom of speech and the Red Fear. So I've got hundreds of stuff to go into. So I'll say hi to everybody in the chat and get into some of the main topics. Apple Charlotte, gas mask, Stewie, Big Supreme. In the evening, guys and girls, thanks for joining. Rebel Against the Puppet Show in the evening, my man Cardini. Lopsum in the evening, gents. Gas Mask, Stewie. Miss Thorpe Supreme, Rebel Against the Puppet Show. Charlotte, Gas Mask, a Lazy Jesus. We all like a Lazy Jesus. And a Lopsum, Jimmy Brown in the town. Gas Mask, how you all doing, guys and girls? Chinny 18 and as well, how you doing, my man? Thanks for all the comments and whatnot, everybody. Alex, somebody called Kips Clips, Charlotte, The Real UK, Chinny 18, Stewie, Lopsum, Charlotte, Richie, how you doing, my man, in the evening, everybody. And Timmy Mac, how you doing, my man, thanks for joining. And Chinese Lollipops, thanks for joining, one and all. Remember, if you appreciate it at any point, make sure you do thumbs it up, share it with your friends, family, foes, help the channel and the show grow. If you get value from it, digital busking, Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. I hope to do such a good job, you'll consider using your spare change, not your life savings, and the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. So, thanks very much everybody for joining. First and foremost, where should we go to? Alright, the Island of Independence is Houstonia. If you want to see how I done that, check out the playlists. Vote us, not them, and my real declaration of independence. My general elections I've held and stuff, and how I became the founding father of Houstonia, where war is over, and you didn't even have to pay for shipping and handling to do it. You just do it. Anyway, I digress then, it's just a mental attitude, isn't it? Here was the rebel media sort of a kind of confirming that, like, what's happening here is all the conservative propaganda channels that were spewing out party political broadcasts while claiming it was the truth are getting shut down. And they're trying to look, they're picking on us. No, you've been caught by the people who run the platform misusing it for party political broadcasts. You see party political broadcasts on your television, they need to tell you who's funding it. I think that's fucking reasonable. Call me crazy. I don't agree with politics at the best of times, but I think that's reasonable. On YouTube, nah, they just tell you how dirty the water is. And then bounce up and go, oh, sheer coincidence, by the way. I can sell you a water filter, motherfucker. Oh, man. Like, see, when you actually analyse what that guy does, it's quite shameless. Tells you Fukushima's going to kill you, sells you pills. Sucks in disillusioned guys that can't get a hard on, but are fucking massive gun stores, sells you boner pills. Good method. But there was a rebel media, social media's conservative purge. Aye, because there's a neo-conservative mafioso on YouTube. Anyway, I digress, right? So what should we do first here? I'm thinking I'll do Brian Harvey first.
Meet E17, the nastiest EastEnders since Dirty Den. 4 diamond geezers hailing from Walthamstow and named after their postcode. These bad boys have really done.
Bad boys, pop man, pippity pop on top. Oh shit, bastard.
Nice to meet you.
This is the interview Brian Harvey was talking about, and there's Chinese Lollipop that put that up, man. Nice one. Hope he'll be alright with copyright, should be okay.
Nice to meet you, old chap. Tom, you've actually said that you sell sex rather than pop music.
Absolutely.
So which one of these guys out of E17 grabbed your eye the first time then?
Well, I slept with all of them initially, do you know what I mean? Tony, I knew him for years. He danced for us with Faith Open Charity.
Fuck Tony, the fucking longest.
Who Danny knows only too well. and we picked up the boys from that show.
How much money did you actually make out of Bros? Because they've like sort of faded.
God, man. So it's like pop. They are fucking basically prostitutes if you join those girl and boy bands. Maybe not nowadays, but back then.
Into poverty and oblivion, haven't they?
Well, we rip everybody off, man, so it's a lot of dough. A lot of dough.
I mean, did you think he'd rip us off, or did you actually think this guy can make us a lot of money, Tony?
Yeah, I think he can, and he has done. I've got $350 in the bank now.
What, £3 or 350? I mean, you also managed Danny, as Danny said before.
Sure, yeah.
Did you make Danny a few, Bob?
Well, not really. Girls always frightened me to death, and she was certainly no exception, you know. Well, we tried very hard.
Can I just ask Tony something? Tony, is he still a big fat gay bastard like he was then?
A big fat gay bastard like he was then. And that's her ex-manager, who she obviously doesn't like anymore, and took that opportunity on national TV to call him a big fat gay bastard. Booyah! See, nowadays, man, if you fucking said that to somebody just because they might be a big fat gay bastard, he would be called homophobic, and everybody would just realise he's a big fat gay bastard. You know what I mean? Or is it just me? Maybe you don't know what I mean.
Absolutely. Fatter now. He's lost a lot of weight.
He has. He's looking good, Tom. Looking good.
Exactly. So that weight wallet.
So, who throws the most tantrums out of the lot of you?
Terry.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we all throw the same, really.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now, you've got this big bad boy image. Are you deciding to clean it up or get rougher?
We tried to clean it up. We didn't give it. Take that gave it to us, didn't we?
Yeah. What do you think of them? What do you think of them, Tom?
Well, I think their manager is a very talented man.
Yeah, I think they're a very talented band. They deserve all the fame and fortune that dear God shall come.
It's very humble of you.
So, I'll leave that there. You can go and watch that in your own time. But it's very interesting to see what Brian Harvey was talking about, with the way he was talking about he slept with them all and all that. And Danny, I think it's Danny Bear, calling him a big fat gay bastard, and it's her ex-manager.
How's it going, everyone? Brian Harvey here again. Yeah, I've been contacted by a couple of friends of mine.
Somebody's got some brain cells that is fucking speaking to him, thank fuck.
And just giving me a little bit of a heads up about a couple of things. Because
the internet's full of crazy people.
It would appear that a few people, I don't know whether they're supporters or not, but I'll say this, yeah, if you are thinking of harassing Puddick on my behalf, thinking that that's going to help and a good thing, it's not. So I'm going to say this now for the camera one time. Do not go and harass Ian Puddick.
I'm laughing, right, because it's like an obvious consequence of sticking crazy accusations up on YouTube. No, sorry, no, like, just accusations about crazy stuff, that's what I kind of mean, on YouTube. Getting thousands of views and stuff. And then, please do not troll the people I am talking about. It's nigh on impossible, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like he's now got like 30 million. Well, now get a good couple hundred white knights going to fucking solve the fucking riddle, and they'll do all that crazy stuff. And ultimately, what it will actually do is it will make his case a lot worse. Because then product guy will walk in and go, "Look at this, man! I'm getting like hundreds of thousands," probably exaggerating a wee bit, but let's say hundreds of Twitters each day, all harassing me. Now, I don't know if any of you have noticed the rhetoric that Brian Harvey is no longer repeating, and I'm fairly sure in saying this unless I'm completely tripping out my tits. But when this sort of first started popping up in the YouTube sphere, well, it was when he's got his computers took away and all that with that Ian Puddick. what he said to Ian, I can remember talking about this actually, I'm just coming back to me. But what he said to Ian Puddock was like threats of violence, right? Now, it was tongue in cheek. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows that, but ultimately that's the fucked up thing about writing text messages. There is no context. There's no tongue in cheek. It's just you wrote something. It can be construed as fucking threats of violence. Boom shakalaka, that's all the cops need. And Ian Puddock is going to be able to go on like that. Like, look, this the harassment I'm getting now. Which isn't going to help his case at all. Which is why you probably should never really do any legal stuff over YouTube at all. At all. Cops don't like it. Lawyers don't like it. Judges, sheriffs, the full shebang of the legal fucking system, motherfucking hate it. Because any small fuck up that they do, maybe they had a fucking good swallow at the weekend, turn up for work and fuck something up, is severely documented and fucking easily shown and shit. And they don't like it. And that's why when there are people that want to like have justice by YouTube, and that's fair dues, that's people's right. This is my opinion. That's why the cops and all that hate it. And might not be as responsive, as friendly, or what have you, as they otherwise might be. Anyway, I digress. So don't harass on his behalf. And look at the dogs, man.
What are you moaning about?
Oh man, makes you want to have dogs, and then you get a dog, and then you forget it stinks. Anyway, anyway, all dogs. So where's Brian Harvey here? All right, and I'll break this down and show you what I mean. So 9 minutes. What do I want to do?
And we're live. And it will also bring more attention to what I'm saying about Bill Maloney, John Wedger, you know, Ian Puddock funding it. And hopefully within this, we'll get to find out who Ian Puddock is. Malicious communications. You know, don't forget that, you know, I'm someone that's got mental health problems. This guy's been informing the public that I've been sectioned when I hadn't. I mean, that's wrong. So, you know, I may well represent myself.
It's right now, I'm not sticking up for anybody or anything. I'm just saying this from an objective point of view. Now, when you're involved in stuff like this, and you're involved, you're emotionally attached, and it's very hard to step back and let go, like, see the bigger picture. So this is a charge of Miscommunications Act. This Ian Puddock's obviously got evidence, and I think even Brian Harvey had it on YouTube and shit. Don't know if it's still up, but the text messages, or what, I can't even remember, was it Twitter or something? But it was basically, right, to my best recollection, I can remember, he was calling him a pedo, right? Because a fucking Tom Cahill guy, and all sorts of bizarre. Anyway, because of somebody in the conspiracy world called Ian Puddock a pedo, Brian Harvey heard that, started just rattling that out. No evidence, no victim, no nothing, just you're a pedo. Which would suit you. Let's say Ian Puddock is a wrong'un. If some fucking crazy guy, if some person is conned into just blindly calling you a pedo for no reason, then you can go after them legally. And then you can win and get them fucking shut down. Go like, look, hold on, this guy's just blindly called me a paedophile and all that. And now he's threatening violence. Now, for some strange reason, Brian Harvey's not mentioning that here. Because, like, it's sort of a... that's got a strong bearing on how this case is going to fucking come out. Now, maybe he'll just stick to his guns and call it a conspiracy. Or maybe somebody will go, right, well, here's the cold hard facts. Ian Puddock has got a guy who openly talks about having mental health fucking issues all the time. You've got a screenshot of a tweet of him saying Brian Harvey's been sectioned. Right? And then him deleting it the next day. Right? His argument's going to be, I heard it in the rumour mill, I tweeted it out, I heard it was wrong, and I deleted it. And anybody, I think a fair and just judge would go, right, that's maybe plausible. I can't really charge you with anything. Whereas Brian Harvey's got YouTube videos and fucking screenshots and tweets of him calling him a paedophile. Just out the blue. Just out the blue. No evidence, no victim, no crime, no nothing. I think he called him a pedo because he spoke to a cop that deals with paedophilia or something. Or Bill Maloney or something. I do not know. I'm yet to see that evidence be presented. And unfortunately, and I think anybody sensible, like with Brian Harvey, like, don't represent yourself, mate. It's not going to come out good. Try and get a good lawyer or something. And box smart, not fucking hard in a courtroom. I agree with people. The courts are corrupt. They can pretty much do what they want. So I go in there and poke them with a fucking stick. You're going into the hornet's nest. How much you get stung is how much you fucking poke that thing with a stick. So you box smart. You go in, you don't poke the thing with a stick. You're going to be there. Unless you want to go on the run or what have you. So anyway, that's just what I want to say about that particular bit. And I've listened to the whole fucking series of clips here about the same sort of a thing, and it's like, he's one bit of evidence is like, he started it, right? Now, anybody ever been around two kids when they start hitting each other? You shut the fuck up! He started it! I don't fucking care! End up getting both a clip round the ear. That's not what a judge wants to fucking hear. He's getting fucking hookers and blow to get back to that night, man. We fucking Betty's just put on a fucking Sunday roast or something. He's got better shit today than sit in a courtroom and fucking listen to wallopers on fucking Twitter going, well, he fucking started it. Oh, what? And unfortunately, that's the reality that Brian Harvey's got. That's the evidence. He started it. Well, you elevated it to the level of calling him a paedophile and then threatening him with what can be construed as violence, even though it was kind of tongue-in-cheek and all that. But you need to... And if you go and read what the Miscommunications Act is and all the bull crap around it, Brian Harvey's definitely fucking broke the law. Ian Puddock technically he broke it, but by retracting the tweet the next day, it's pretty good evidence to say that, well, hold on, I thought something was true, then I retracted it. Shows goodwill and this is where I think how far gone you are down the rabbit hole, it's a good way of putting it, affects how you approach this stuff. Because if you think it's just one big mass conspiracy and like every fucking judge and sheriff and all that are sitting around the Illuminati table conspiring against truthers on YouTube, or you think that these are just people of privilege who will have commitments and stuff, but ultimately just turn up at work and just send them to fucking jail and fucking down in my hole in 3 days. Fucking jail them. That's where my head's at. If anything's happening in that courtroom with any prestigious people or whatever and they need to affect the outcome, that's when the nod and the wink and all that will happen. See fucking morons fanning about on fucking Twitter and all that, and all this pish. It's kind of fucking... It's a closed and shut case. Brian Harvey's evidence is he tweeted a bad word thing about me and then retracted it the day after. Ian Puddock does, not too long ago, he was calling me a paedophile, constantly. Look at the fucking amount of abuse I'm getting. And he also threatened me with violence. It's a closed and shut case as far as I'm concerned. I'm no lawyer, but that's pretty cut and dry as far as I'm aware. But hey ho, I'm no lawyer, and I'm not going to courtroom. And
how you doing, everyone? Just a quick, really quick broadcast. This ain't even going to 2015, so I want you to hear this. No, don't do that. Just send it to me. And he sent it to me, and I looked through the witness statement because I was looking for the guy's name who actually did the recordings, and it's mentioned on there, Conrad Brown. And he said, "Is the guy's name Conrad Brown?" I said,
"No, this is him reporting Ian Puddock first." Nah. Fucking hell, right? Imagine. That's probably what happens nowadays. You know, you turn round to your fucking kids and your kids in the back and you're going, "He hit me first!" And you can't just go like that and fucking tell them both to shut up and give them both a clip round the ear. You've got fucking the kids now like that. "Look, I recorded it!" Oh, fuck me, man. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Fucking get a grip of what's important in life. Fucking refocus. And stop fucking worrying about Twitter wars and fucking all this pish. Yes, so I knew he had a funny name, Conrad. Yeah, so that's it. Send me that police witness. It was police witness statement from back in 2002 when they done the sting. And I copied Bill Maloney in on that. So that's how he would have had the knowledge to know what I've got, to talk to Ian Puddock, for Ian Puddock to talk to Neil Wallace. And then Ian Puddock started a campaign against me on Twitter saying that I'm a liar, I've made up phone hacking evidence and all this stuff, and he's tweeting Neil Wallace, mocking me, putting a Banksy picture of a phone box over his toilet door, so it's like he's shitting on the phone hacking victims. If he done a mean tweet. Like, he also put up online Brian Harvey has been sectioned. This is where this is his whole defence. Brian Harvey's been sectioned. Now, I would love to see the time frame of him getting his mental health problems, which he now talks about all the time, whatever they are. And I would like to see if how did that fits in with Ian Puddock going he's been sectioned. Maybe he was close to being sectioned or something. I don't know. Maybe he's had a mental breakdown. Which is nothing to be ashamed of. You can't do that, can you? How can you say you can't say something untrue like that about someone? How would he know whether you know? Well, it's not nice, it's not big, it's not clever. To go na, you've been sectioned. I'm not pretty sure if it's illegal. Especially when you retract it the other day. Maybe you could go down a civil route and sue the guy. But it's been elevated to criminal because you've been making allegations of paedophilia, which your fucking dumb nuts out there fucking listening to that might go and break the guy's kneecaps, whether he is or isn't, or fucking a spook or whatnot, who the fuck knows? And unfortunately, you've done threats of violence to him. So, the wonderful story it is and all that, I mean, to me, that's what fucking that's the reality of what's going on now. It's a miscommunication. Fuck all the other stuff you're talking about. That's fucking separate from what you're going to court about. That judge doesn't want to sit and hear fucking hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of tape recordings of hundreds of fucking people. He wants to talk about the charge that you're up on, and that charge is miscommunications, and it's because of the fucking tweets or whatever you done to Puddock. I mean, that's... Don't represent yourself, mate. You're going to get done with... I don't know. You're going to build yourself up into a fucking pure manic frenzy for this court case and then be left so disappointed. These courts are fucking corrupt, you know? And go into the court and come out and go, "It's a scam! The courts are corrupt!" Well, aye, why are you so upset? You know how many people come out of court fucking feeling satisfied? Only ever the judge.
No. Well, I hadn't been sectioned. I mean, you would have known through Bill Maloney, because Bill Maloney, I was working with Bill Maloney, and he put up randomly, Brian Harvey's been sectioned. Then he starts getting Neville Felbeck and everyone to follow my neighbour, to follow Joanne, to follow me. The whole thing was a big wind-up to send me... Right, babe, you're in the background.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, very clearly.
Yeah? So I've got a witness here, right? You was there when I reported Puddick.
Yeah.
And did he get, or did Neville Felbeck start following you?
His missus is pretty, man.
Yeah.
Did Puddick start following you?
Yeah, and retweeting some of my tweets.
And retweeting some of your tweets?
Didn't even know who he was. And that was in 2014, June, he followed me.
That was...
Just to get that pure proper East End accent, man. It's like all the wee hotties you get in fucking EastEnders. Oh, fucking hell, maybe it is. Maybe there's Dallas Goldbug. Maybe this is just EastEnders on the YouTube.
Then, yeah?
Yeah, June 2014. That was the screenshot I was trying to find.
Right, so that's 5 months after I've done the Andrew interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, see? So, what I want to know is why is fucking nothing getting done about Puddick? How does he keep wriggling out of it and looking like the fucking knight in shining armour? You know, what is going on? And the trolls that are out there, why don't you fuck off? Why don't you just fuck off? Go and do one, yeah? Because what you're actually doing when you're coming on here rubbishing me, yeah, is you're getting in the way of investigations of paedophilia with these fucking slags in government, right? Which is what I went to go and help fight against, and I get nothing but fucking abuse for it and put in the paper like a fucking prick.
Man, you would think the band members and shit are fucking E17 and boy bands would have developed a wee bit of a more fucking thicker skin, and maybe YouTube's more intense than fucking being in a band, but Brian, my man, fucking you need you can't be letting fucking people saying bad things to you on your fucking live streams, fucking get on your tits, and especially openly. It just encourages motherfuckers and you'll get more back. And, oh wow, man.
Right, there's me reporting Puddick. Start taking notice, police, CPS. Now, the reason that the CPS want to charge me is because they're involved in having me put in prison over phone hacking, phone tapping evidence that they've taken on illegally and put me in prison over. So they've got a dog in this race, right? It's all in...
It's just like, I'm going to start using that dog. They've got a dog in the race.
All of these people...
It's funny sometimes the mixed analogies you get.
People's interests to fucking rubbish me. And I'm not going to let this happen. Right? I'm going to...
I'll be honest, man. I'm getting worried that he's going to get sucked into the fucking... The Peter-geddon fucking meme that's getting used to control people, because it's very hard to say no to fighting paedophilia. It's neon impossible, right? And people are using this to steer people politically, and I would point at Tommy Robinson, not just him, but the whole movement behind him, the whole infrastructure, the whole political apparatus that is behind him, and they are using paedophilia as a recruiting tool, and it's a way of demonising their enemies. And I'll be honest, this is what's going through my knot right now. If I was speaking to Brian Harvey, I'd be like, right, mate, just stay away from everybody in the Truther Industrial Complex. The next thing you know, you'll be fucking doing an interview with Tommy Robinson. He'll be lending you a sympathetic ear. And you'll be doing doorstep challenges with him in a couple of weeks. Because he'll get you with the bait of fighting paedophilia. I don't know. Anyway.
Go not guilty. And Puddick, I'm going to fucking call you as a witness, right? And you are going to be getting questioned, mate, because you are not getting away with that. And I will show you the tweet one more time. Alright? You've heard me reporting it to the police now for the second time, and that's in 2016.
Surely somebody around him has got to be going like that. I know, Brian, it wasn't nice of him to say you've been sectioned. I don't think there's an argument to say that's breaking the law, and the fact that you've reported it to the police and they've done fuck all means that the police have came to that conclusion as well. So unfortunately, mate, you're fucked with that particular claim. Whereas Puddock, and I'm fucking not a conspiracy aside who Puddock is and all that stuff, just in a fucking cost-benefit analysis of this charge of Miscommunication Act shite. Here's something. The law is written dead ambiguously so that it can mean anything to anybody at any fucking time. They can pretty much arrest you for anything and get any lawyer to make a convincing argument about anything at any point, and boom shakalaka. So anyway, that's what's going on in that clip. Not too many more from Brian. 7:15. Oh shit, what's going on here? Alright, I think I know. I think I know now.
By a very senior officer at this point I cannot name, but what was said to me for exposing the prostitution of children as young as 9 to 14 years old, all of which
this is John Wedger
was subject to care orders. So we're talking very young, very vulnerable kids. Was
This woman's interesting to me because the first time I came across her, she bounced up in Celebrity Big Brother. Right? I think it was the Celebrity Big Brother that Brian Harvey was offered to go on to. But it's the same people bouncing up in the same circles, innit? Anyway, and sorry, she was like supporting John Wedger. And then she went on to have a brilliant wee career in Celebrity Big Brother. I don't know if she's still a celebrity or not. Baby P, can you remember that? That was everywhere. That was John Ledger that was involved in that. John Wedger that was involved in that. So this is a quite high profile guy that Brian Harvey is talking about in these instances.
Right? There it is. There it is. Start taking notice of that. E17, Brian Harvey, section, untrue. Cause me anxiety and stress. You are informing the public there of something that is untrue. You're telling the world about a celebrity, right? You're giving them information that's false.
Yep, papers do it all the time and don't get sued if they issue a retraction with the threat of getting sued, and it's all done civilly, not through the criminal courts. You could argue if Ian Puddock would go down the same route and all that. And listen, I'm not doing this to like fucking have a go at Brian Harvey. I'm doing it because it's my honest opinion. I mean, if one of my nearest and dearest was that exact same scenario was happening to them, that's what I would say to them. Like, fucking tuck your fucking dick between your legs and cluck, Chuck, because you've got no chance of winning that case. You're fucked. That's my official legal opinion of lots of law school and shit. I watched the John Harris YouTube video once, now I'm an expert. What? But, like, I don't know, it's just, it's logical. It's logical to me. And then, what was it, 15? You know what, I think I've got the wrong clip here. How did that happen?
And I'm stressed out off of the back of what I've been filming for Bill Maloney. Don't forget by this point, Bill would have already have sent me, "In the nonsense of grafting you," right? And Wedger comes round with 6 beers in a bag, and they were red stripes.
Seems really obsessed about them being red stripes.
I'm walking about stressed out, And John Wedger says, oh, when I get stressed out, I like to go camping. Yeah, bro, I want a red stripe. I thought, what the fuck? What, am I supposed to go camping now?
Call me crazy. That doesn't sound like such a bizarre fucking version of events. See, if somebody I cared about was stressed out their tits, I might rock up with some beers. I might rock up with something to smoke. I might rock up going, here, you want to go and fuck off out in the middle of fucking nowhere for a wee day or two? Clear your head. Now, I can also say to somebody in a highly paranoid state that might seem like they're trying to take you away to murder you, but you got to be fair and balanced about this shit.
So I was even in fear for my life from John Wedger.
Because he brought red stripes.
So for me to even be civil to him just recently and ask him to call me, you can see why I wanted him to call me. Because I wanted to clear some things up. Because he's jumped back on the scene with Bill Maloney, who was clearly setting me up. And Puddick was setting me up. I don't give a fuck what that geezer says. You funded the ninja for me to film Andrew. It was going on the front page of the fucking paper. And we now know that half of what he come out with was lies. And on top of it, he says, well, phone hacking, says yes to being abused by my phone hacking solicitor, which was a lie. So you tell me what you think's going on. All I know is Wedger was in my house, I was stressed, he was active old Bill, Scotland Yard. I'm showing him phone hacking evidence. He's the one that told me you should do a timeline. You'd be surprised what jumps out at you when you do a timeline. So I did. Also told me that the Mulcair notes, with his own words, they've not been photocopied straight out of Mulcair's notebook because you'd see the spine on the photocopy. He goes, they've been cut straight. Right? And then he's not listening, and I'm stressed about someone popping their head from my window anyway, and he comes around with 6 cans of red stripe. And when I declined his red stripe, because I was like, I don't really drink, I'm not really a drinker. Bill said to him, see, I told you you wouldn't drink. I told you you wouldn't drink that. So that indicates that John and Bill, on the way up here to coming round to see me, have had a conversation as to whether they think I'll drink the beers or not.
Maybe he went, well, with Ryan stressed out his tits, you want to get me some beers? And Phil Maloney's went, well, he's not much of a drinker. Fuck it, I'll get it anyway, just in case he fancies a beer to chill his ass, chill himself out. That seems quite plausible to me. I wasn't there, I don't know. But to turn it into an attempt in your life.
What was that about? That's John Wedger. That's Bill Maloney. Right? So, I don't know, you tell me. But there's me reporting him to the police. Right? I reported him to the police. And that was to Operation Fairbank. And that's DC Tony Atkin. And that's the same copper that rung me back sometime after this and said, would I give evidence against John Wedger? To which I said no. So I even tried to save him, even though I thought the geezer wanted to take me on a fucking camping trip and kill me.
So you reported him to the police because he done something wrong. The police guy that you reported him to phoned you up and went, will you give evidence against him? And you said no. Man, this is groundbreaking fucking evidence with regards to your case, mate. That might fucking add to be the conclusion why the cops done fuck all. Oh, I don't know. Maybe something's a wee bit mixed up and shit. That's just what I heard.
So, I don't know, you tell me. But there's me reporting him to the police.
Okay, you've reported him to the police, so you want the police to prosecute him.
Right? I reported him to the police.
Yep, you said that twice. You said that quite a lot of times.
And that was to Operation Fairbank, and that's DC Tony Atkin.
Tony Atkin?
And that's the same copper that...
Same one that done what? He just ignored you? Did he run away?
Rung me back.
He rang you back to tell you that he lost your notice, he wasn't going to do anything?
Sometime after this and said, would I give evidence against John Wedger?
Whoa! Fucking result, man! You're going to get your day in court, you're going to be able to stand in court and go, yeah, I'll fucking give evidence against this prick.
To which I said no.
Nah, I'm hearing things.
So, right? I reported him to the police, and that was to Operation Fairbank, and that's DC Tony Atkin. And that's the same copper that rang me back sometime after this and said, would I give evidence against John Wedger?
Ah, result! High five, Brian Harvey, high five, fucking result.
To which I said no.
Am I missing something?
Sometime after this and said, would I give evidence against John Wedger?
Result?
To which I said no.
Why? You'd reported him to the police done something about it, and you said, nah, I'm not going to give evidence against the guy that I'm reporting to you. It's probably some fucked up in translation, who knows?
So I even tried to save him, even though I thought the geezer wanted to take me on a fucking camping trip and kill me.
I'm sorry, man, if I genuinely thought some cunt wanted to fucking kill me with a camping trip in 6 Red Stripe. I wouldn't save him from the cops, especially after I was the one that reported him to the cops and wanted the cops to do something about this guy. But when they asked me if I'd be a witness, I said no.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I'm now very much confused again, Brian. I think you should just leave it clear and concise with the sort of a fucking bits that you're on about, man. And the more you're dragging out all this information, it's just diluting any forms of fucking cognitive fucking story that's going on here.
But yet I'm still the bad one. This is absolute bollocks. Listen, we all need...
You're not the bad one, mate. You were the fucking one that got caught fucking sending threats and allegations of being a paedophile to somebody without any evidence. And threats of violence. Things that could be construed as threats of violence. It's not cool that fucking these laws exist and all that. But it's the law, it's the way the fucking cookie crumbles nowadays. Here's a tip for you. Don't do anything that can be construed as a threat of violence digitally. Because you'll get little fucking snowflakes out there that will go running to the cops. And the cops have all these laws which they can do anything with and jail your ass.
Get in the fucking court and have this out. Seriously. Because...
Well, I don't know. Somebody needs to go and give him proper advice, man. It's going to end up like Melonley Shaw.
Yeah, what's it regarding, mate?
Hi, Mr. Harvey. Mate, better if I speak to you just inside. How you doing, mate? You alright? Can't see you properly. How you doing? You alright?
Not really, no. What's the matter?
Basically, we just need to speak to you very quickly. It would be better to do it inside.
No, you're not coming in my house again, mate. I had all that last time.
No,
and I got...
no problems here.
No, why don't you just tell me what you want from here?
Okay. I mean, we'd like you to sign something as well.
What is it?
We'll read it to you, and then you can decide whether to sign it or not. So let's get it out. I'll come closer because it might be a bit easier.
No, you're all right, mate. Stay where you are. Mate, stay where you are. Stay where you are. No, it's not all right. I'm in fear for my life from the police.
Stay where you are.
Because the police ain't acted right on the phone tapping evidence.
Stay where you are. I've got a phone.
We're just going to read you this letter, okay? Okay. Mr. Brian Harvey. Oh, wait, still, I don't really want to do it here, to be honest. Come closer because I don't really want to speak to. I don't want to speak to you.
No, go on. What is it? Right. What is it about?
So it's called a threat to life warning notice.
A what?
Threat to life warning notice.
Threat to life warning notice. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Is it self-explanatory? Like the cops have received information that there's a threat to his life and they need to warn him.
What's that?
Basically, so I'm going to read it out to you and just make sure you understand it. All right.
Oh, it's a what notice?
A threat to life warning notice.
Mine?
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll read it to you.
Threat to my life?
That's why we'd rather speak to you in person.
No, I can't. I'm sorry, mate. I can't. I'm sorry. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I know my life's in danger.
Okay. So I'll read it out to you. Is it alright if it just comes to the bottom?
No, mate. You read it. No. You stay there and read it from there.
Right. Mr. Brian Harvey, I received the following information, which stress that your personal safety is now in danger.
Right.
I stress that I will not under any circumstances.
Now you can go and listen to the whole thing and all that, right? Now, the cops can't tell them who the threats, who the informations came from, because it's the way they work. It was probably somebody phoned 999 or 101 and went, man, there's a guy on YouTube, man, Brian Harvey's life's in danger, and told them all the stuff. And the cops, to save them getting sued, say for example Brian Harvey died the next day and they had the threat there, they could get the ass sued off them because there was a fucking registered and logged threat against his life. It doesn't mean, hey, hold on, phone the hitman. Hell, is that the hitman? Yeah, do the hit on Brian Harvey. Okay, just wait till I phone the cops and tell them that there's now a threat on Brian Harvey's life. Right, so use a bit of logic here and about how fucking, like, everybody, I don't know, this is the impression I get. I think a lot of people jump to the wrong conclusion, think it's just one big massive conspiracy, and not what I believe to be the reality of it's a compartmentalised fucking madness. Just a few fucking people pulling the strings at the top. And all these cogs in the wheel, like, for example, those two coppers, or alleged coppers, I don't know, they don't know, they don't sit at home watching YouTube all day, they don't know fucking all the shit that's going on in Brian Harvey's fucking life. They've got a bit of paper, went, oh fuck, we've received a fucking information that this guy's fucking life's at threat. Maybe it was a dear old woman that's watching too much YouTube in her old age and fucking getting all her panties in a bunch and all that. Dearie me, I better phone the coppers. That Brian Harvey's life's at risk. Who knows? Maybe his life is at risk. Who knows? Still breathing. But anyway, so that's a wee attempt to try and get a wee catch up with Brian Harvey. He's going to court for Miscommunications Act, Malicious Communications Act. I think he's going to get charged, probably fined, and maybe like banned for fucking tweeting at Ian Puddock or something, or going on YouTube and stuff. But I'd get proper legal advice and take damage control. That would be the sensible thing to do, instead of going, the courts are corrupt, but I'm going to go in there and win this time, you know? Because I know they're corrupt, I'm going to go in there and go, and win. No, you're going to go in there and get fucking... the court is going to do whatever they want with you. So cost-benefit analysis, don't piss... But anyway, in fact, fucking people do what they want. It's all part of the learning curve. Right, so let's bounce into a few wee quick things before I go into InfoWars, UKIP, and the Tommy trial. Let's go into a... Oh, Count Spunkula.
Well, shit.
Mate, it's not that shit. You're £300,000 fucking up.
My appeal has been completely rejected at both stages. Scottish appeal courts usually work on a SIFT process where...
Oh, if I was a sensible man, I would go and get the footage for after the trial when he was like, the reason we need hundreds of thousands of pounds is we need the best legal team in the world, and we're going to nuke this and make sure this can... appeal rejected. I'm going on holiday, and look how waxy my beard's looking, and I'm getting married.
You get 2 chances to submit your appeal, and it can...
To a tranny, I think he's getting married to a tranny.
Be rejected at that stage on the grounds that there's absolutely no hope in hell of your appeal being successful. It was to stop, you know, people that had no chance in hell from wasting the time of appeal courts. And mine was actually rejected on both stages, and I do actually have the document for the first rejection, and I'll be getting the document for the second rejection, and I'm going to make those public. Obviously with names redacted because after the unpleasant business that happened last time with O'Carroll getting death threats, I'd rather that. A lovely bunch of coconuts you've got hanging around with you. I'm not alt-right or violent.
It's just a coincidence that like all my enemies that I talk about online keep getting like death threats and fucking crazy mental people going after them online. Yeah, sheer coincidence. I'm all about love. Look how big my fucking spunk dumpsters are for my friends in the alt-right. I'm not alt-right. I'm just a cum dumpster. Look at my ears.
That didn't repeat itself. So the documents will be made public, and I'm going to redact names, but from the first one, I just want everybody to see this final paragraph for the first rejection. Likewise, the appeal against sentence is...
You can pause that and read it on your own time, but hold on 1 wee second. Here, Fido! Zico! Yes, can I get a couple £100,000, please, people? Because I'm going to fight this with all the vigour in my big ginger beard and cum dumpster ears. Oh, yes. We need to nuke this. Nuke it and stop the president of the courts being able to do what they want, because back in the good old times when conservatism ruled the way in Rule Britannia, the courts were so much fairer. So much fairer they were. And I used to get my Hovis delivered in a fucking basket. Black and white. Here's Count Spunk.
So, as you guys know, Count Dankula, who goes...
And you know, I'm a stupid fucking Romanian gypsy. I'm one of those stinky foreign muck motherfuckers. I've not assimilated to British culture. That's why I speak in this fucking...
He's down the line with a very
This guy's proof positive that multiculturalism doesn't work. Because I want to fucking kick him and his un-multicult cunterism. Maybe sort out his voice.
Lawsuit. He was found guilty. And he has to pay £800.
Oh, my legal, hold on, do a crowdfund thing. I need £800,000 to pay my £800 fine, because I'm going to fight it all the way. Yay!
And this shows that being a comedian...
This shows that being a Romanian Jippo pays in the alt-right. They'll take any scallywag off the fucking street, even a Romanian Jippo that can't fucking speak English, a foreign muck who stays in the caravan with his mum and dad and still manages to make fucking YouTube videos. He just says I live in a caravan and I'm a Jippo for sympathy. But that's what's happening with Count Spunkula. £300,000. Not bad if you can get it.
It's because you've been completely misled about what depression actually is. Depression is nothing more than dissatisfaction with life. It's temporary unhappiness. But the dominant culture in the pharmaceutical industry figured out that it could control people and make tons of money under the insane justification that depression is a chemical imbalance, which
I'm sure this guy's really researched this and thought this out thoroughly, and this is his moral compass.
It isn't. Here. If you make bad life choices, you become dissatisfied with life. You become depressed, and it's your fault. Is soy food consumption turning men into pussies? Soybeans contain high amounts of phytoestrogens.
And I can't remember the timestamp on this, but this was in and around the time that you seen the propagation of all the soy boy meme. You know, like...
It reduces testosterone and lowers male sperm count. Men with high testosterone handle dramatic situations better. Low testosterone is also...
So is it life choices, or is it fucking eating and drinking soy? The schizophrenia, the hypocrisy of these people. It is outstanding. Here's what happens if you hang around on the conspiracy world of YouTube too much.
When you show them up on camera, yeah?
Oh, the Illuminati's wrote to you.
I've now got a speeding fine from that day.
Okay, were you speeding? Or did they just make this up with their helicopter?
Yeah, on Longdale Lane. Except I didn't drive down Longdale Lane. I came down off Chapel Lane. Yeah? I didn't even drive down it. Longdale. So how have I got a speed ticket?
Because you were speeding?
And I wonder if the man behind the camera is willing to put his name forward as the accuser. Because if he's not, you haven't got a case against me, have you? I want to see the...
Good luck with that, mate. Good luck with that. Let me know how you get on. I'd best investigate that using sensible means and not like a couple throwaway videos on YouTube to tell you how to deal with this stuff. Might even end up in jail.
Photographs. I don't want that guy's name, who I've got on camera. They're obviously trying to intimidate me and get their own back. I didn't drive down that road that time. Yeah, I came down Chapel Lane. I was only drove across Longdale. I didn't drive down it. I drove across it to the garage. So how have I managed to do 40 mile an hour, 42 mile an hour then? Bear in mind, I think the road's actually a 40 anyway, and the 30 mile an hour limit on it's a con.
Good luck with that one, mate. Yeah, hear ye. Yes, Your Honour, I put it to you that the 30 mile an hour speed limit is a con, and it should be 40. I put it to you, that's my argument.
Because there's no repeaters down the road. There's a 30 at either end, about a mile apart. But in between, there's about 15 roads you could drive down onto Longdale from, and you wouldn't even see a speed sign at all of any kind.
Yeah, I'm sure the judge is going to be very accommodating about that.
Well, I've just found this, which is interesting, because it appears that a lot of the...
Oh, this is the in-depth research against
30 mile an hour areas in the UK.
I thought you were only driving down that road. I thought you were only speeding. Don't worry, mate, I've not got any evidence.
Especially some around this area, and probably around your own areas. The 30 mile an hour enforcement on the signs isn't actually a legal enforcement.
It's not common law.
Look what it says here. 30 mile an hour speed limit reminder road sign. Yeah? Reminder road sign. Used when there is insufficient street lighting for a road to legally have an automatic 30 mile an hour speed limit.
Oh, he's cracked the Da Vinci Code there. Well, mate, honestly, good luck. But anyway, let's have a wee bit of white genocide on top of... Where's this from? Red Ice TV. Never really watched much of their content at all.
Hi, I'm Lana with Red Ice. I have been banned.
Maybe I fucking should, man. I think I like her politics. Hey baby, tell me some politics.
Banned by PayPal for being unsafe for the community. Really, am I in
need to lock up my rabbit, I think.
dangerous criminal with a record? No. Do I sell drugs? No.
You don't really sound like a good date.
Have I committed terrorism? Of course not. But a Muslim terrorist...
It's not a deal breaker for me.
would have an easier time using PayPal than I would. My crime is thinking different. To them, I am a dangerous thought criminal, a threat to their leftist domination, which, by the way, isn't going to last. As many will...
I just heard politics and domination. I'm in with her.
Well, no, it's pretty much impossible.
Oh God, there's the antidote there.
To have a real conversation with fanatical liberals and anti-whites, those who think Trump is literally National Socialist Hitler, or that conservatives torture illegal non-white children in cages. They are so far gone in crazy town. According to their wacky anti-white cult doctrine, there's an outrageous lie about people like me. It goes like this: you advocate for violence against non-whites, you want to kill non-whites,
I like her politics. Hold on, I need to... Oh, right, I can see clearly now. I can see through her politics. Alright, fucking this is, fits in with Lauren Sugar Tits Sutherland. Sugar Tits. Promoting the white genocide in South Africa as well. Now... Oh, I don't know. I'm pointing out the overlapping agendas from all this independent media. So that's what's coming from the white genocide. Let's have a wee look at bigots first.
In Londonderry, which is a city up in the north of Northern Ireland, and I'm in an estate called the...
Oh, it's in the north of Northern Ireland, yeah. Yeah, the clue's in the name, yeah. London, Derry. It's in the north, Northern Ireland.
Fountain.
Britain first, maybe Northern Ireland first then, pal.
This is a very, very small Loyalist Unionist enclave in a city over this side of the river. We've just been speaking to some of the locals. Britain First, obviously, we're making inroads now into the politics of Northern Ireland, and we're here to stay. We held our first successful meeting in Newtonards yesterday. About 40 to 50 people turned up. Really good first branch meeting for Britain First. We've come up here to Londonderry today with a team of our activists, most of whom are from Northern Ireland. Simply just to speak to locals, show our support, and just introduce everyone around here to Britain First. And it's quite shocking, some of the stories that we've been told from some of the locals. As you can see from some of the
Muslims
footage that's coming overlaid now on this video, there's peace walls everywhere, all the way around here. There's fences, security fences.
Yeah, it's to make sure that people aren't killing themselves because there's arseholes like you.
Basically,
and arseholes on the other side like him as well.
Closing this small estate in, and the other side is hostile Republican communities and dissident.
Stinky Celtic fans, remember, you can always tell with the motherfucking smell.
IRA terrorist groups who are literally terrorising the residents of this small unionist estate here in Londonderry. As you can see, this small unionist estate in Londonderry is completely under siege, and you can...
There's so much under siege they can't stop to paint the fucking curbs red, white and blue.
See from the...
Oh no, wait, there's a red, white and blue.
All the curbs are red, white and blue, the lampposts red, white and blue, there's murals, flags everywhere. Because they have to live like this. As you can see there, those rooftops behind that big fence, that is a Republican community which is infested with IRA dissident groups.
Infested with those stinky fucking tatty picking fucking Irish stinky Celtic fucking fans. See those rooftops? Smell of shite.
And almost every night there's petrol bombs and bricks and other missiles coming over and just landing on the properties here, the vehicles here. These people here in London...
That's my favourite picture of the holiday, Margaret. The picture of the red, white and blue curb, yes. So patriotic to go into militarised zones and fucking love it.
Our people, British people, are under siege by dissident IRA groups, and it's really sad to see.
Yep, that is fucking tragic. Bigots first, satanic panic Sheridan.
The bluebells have escaped from the woods. I absolutely love bluebells. Beautiful.
Look, I'm out in the nature with the grass and the flowers. Look, there's actually magic mushrooms growing out my beard. Yes, I refuse to wash because it's so fucking hip and trendy. Get a wash, Sheridan.
At work. Okay. I want to talk about...
Fucking groom your beard.
There was a thing that happened recently where I...
Fucking paint him fucking yellow, stick a wee hat on him, he's grandpa fucking Smurf, isn't he? He's a fucking... No! The bad guy in Smurf. Bad Smurf. Let's see if we can... Where's the bad Smurf? Oh, the woman Smurf. Him. Look. See, I've fucking got Dallas Goldberg fucking implanted technology fucking in my eyeballs. Look! Identical. Tommy Sheridan really is the cartoon character Bad Smurf.
Yeah, I know I attract a more intelligent and a bit more balanced and
I don't even know how to get my own all my fat fucking face in one fucking camera fucking shot. I don't know how to do it. Lucifer's not taught me how to. Oh, my beard is actually like rooting in the grass.
Christian and Abrahamic infected audience who can think for themselves. So, I appreciate all your kind words and all your support.
What about the ones that call you a fucking leprechaun, fucking charlatan, fucking Medusa, fucking ungroomed, fucking smelly bastard? Eh?
That you sent me and all the lovely messages you sent me. And that's why I love you guys, and that's why I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud that you are on my team and I am on your team, because it is gratifying to know that there's a lot of kindness out there.
No, you can donate to my cause down below. Show me your kindness. Drop your trousers.
Yeah, the Wilcock thing. Oh yeah, and also I've got a new documentary on Open Source Occult TV. I filmed the megaliths in Évora, Portugal. I think it's a beautiful film. I'm very proud of it, and I hope you watch that too and share it around.
And donate to my Travel Me Fund.
A lovely time in Portugal. A beautiful country, lovely people. Now, and I'll definitely be back. Now, yeah, the David Wilcock thing, he turns around and he says that there's a Luciferian agenda. Now, to me, Lucifer is the only god of the Abrahamic or Middle East that's worth anything, that actually has decency and honour.
I thought he said he doesn't believe in all that shite, and then he goes on to say that I believe in that shite, and what the shite I believe in is the Luciferian shite, and now you're satanic panic. I don't to take the third. Anyway, and at least we now know he's a smurf. Freedom of speech.
Hey friends, Sean from SGT Report here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Backup channel from anyone who uses the YouTube app on their phone. Stay tuned. On Silk's testimony, has found her way to political views aren't covered by those laws. Employer that fires Christian employees town square, but only using dirty tricks like shadow banning or terminating the channels whose political ideologies they don't agree with? Is it legal to operate the world's largest town square, but only allow liberal views to be expressed?
YouTube isn't a town fucking square. This isn't a public utility. There's people out there, probably still one or two, maybe three in the world somewhere that hasn't used YouTube. Anyway, we'll be getting to Alex Jones fraud. Now notice the pattern here. It's all these independent, truth-telling, folk conservative websites and YouTube channels that are getting shut down because the gig is up. People know what yous are. But don't worry. China has unstoppable fucking missile bomb fucking things that are going to fucking kill us. Look. Sounds like, is that Iron Man? I'm sure that's Iron Man. Didn't get too much. Right, so let's do... Oh shit. Kennel Thief.
9,000 is what was being asked for. Because I knew if I got the money that it was of the Indiegogo campaign that raised $115,000 gross.
Sweet!
There was a part of me that you may or may not believe me, but I'm telling you the truth. There was a part of me that was almost like, let's not get the 79,000 is what was being asked for.
The other part of me was in that hot, sweet piece of ass, like, living the vida loca. Here, give me your shekels, quick, man. Living the vida loca. Pumping the fucking life out of that wee hottie.
Because I knew if I got the money that it was...
Living the vida loca.
Massive responsibility. And I have felt that responsibility.
Responsibility to what? Yes, I've got some magic beans here, and these magic beans could possibly fucking grow, and then just give me some money. 100. I only need 79 grand to make these magic beans grow. Oops, I got 115. I'll just take the 115. Fuck it. Maybe I can make the magic beans grow that little bit quicker. I mean, I'll be honest. Seeing reflection now, where my headspace is at just now, and my feeling about the whole truth industrial complex, I cannot believe at any point anybody... Oh no, sorry, I can't believe that I was so fucking in the cult of this truther cult mentality that I would think that people like this
doing these things were genuine. Alex Jones fucking Save the Republic fucking marathons. God fucking mighty, honestly, I cannot believe they're used car salesmen. What the fuck happened there? Don't even know, man. Right, I done the white genocide, I done kennel thief. Assange, dead.
Well, Jennifer Robinson has been working with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks as their lawyer since 2010 and is with us. Very good evening to you. You've seen him relatively recently, last week, I think, yes?
Just last week.
How is he?
It's obviously a very serious situation. His health has been deteriorating for a very long time. He's been...
There was somebody putting out a conspiracy theory just saying that he's already dead. And I wanted to say, Newsnight, you don't want to touch that, that's got all sorts of copyright stuff on it and all that. But very interesting, WikiLeaks. They're only told you the truth too. They're like the OGs of truther channels, man. Do you not think WikiLeaks are maybe something a wee bit fucking other than just people telling you the truth? No, they told us the NSA spied on me and looked at me in my knickers using my webcam. Now I use blue tack on my camera. But what you'll find if you go and look at fucking WikiLeaks tweets and retweets and the people they retweet and the topics they touch on, make your own opinion up and see where they're steering the discussion, the victims they're going after, the regimes they're taking down, and my God, that is dead trippy what they've got in the background, isn't it? That is like a good fucking trip.
6 years without sunlight, without the ability to exercise.
Hey man, I'm tripping on my bugs, man.
Anyway, so that's Assange. Let's have a wee look at Molyneux.
Okay, this is going to be a straight-up rallying cry, my friends, because I have emerged from the studio over the last couple of weeks and I've come out here in the world to try to bring...
This is begging, right? Not digital busking. It's like putting some sort of a jeopardy. Oh, me and Lauren, we were the victims. We were picked on. We could only travel in first class. We were picked on. Now there's bad things going to happen if I don't get lots and lots and lots and lots of money.
To have the resources to do what is other altcoins really, really appreciate from this aggression. I would really, really appreciate it. It's very expensive. And Lauren and I, we're going to discuss. We lost the venue, and that's costly. It's very expensive.
It's costly. Very expensive.
And I need your help. I'll be perfectly frank, I need your help. If you could, please, go to freedomainradio.com/donate to help out what is necessary and what has arisen from this aggression. I would really, really appreciate it.
Somebody said some bad that on the trees and now we need lots of money to make the poo-poo go away.
freedomainradio.com/donate.
I need your help.
If you've got a PayPal account, it's nice and easy. You've got a Visa, got a MasterCard, got a bank card, nice and easy. You can set up recurring donations, which really help me to plan expenditures in the future. You can take Bitcoin, other altcoins. Really, really appreciate what is necessary for this movement to succeed.
Vessels of cum, DNA, spittles, take everything.
See, we know that the enemy is well funded, and we also know some mechanisms by which they're well funded, and we need to have the resources to do what is necessary to stave off this oncoming disaster. So please, I implore you, help me out. freedomainradio.com/donate. And take heart. Take heart. I was quoted mockingly in the press when I said that there were...
Begging bowl. So that's the Iron Giant Molyneux. All the time he's trying to...
So I guess there's a question I'd like to address. Something I'd like to answer, which is why I'm not a conservative. Doesn't mean I don't have things in common with conservative, doesn't...
Well, because you pretty much promote conservative politics.
I mean, there's an overlap of interest, just as there is with progressives, with me at least. But no, I'm not a conservative, and I will tell you why, and perhaps I can convince you that There's another way to go. So first of all, we have to talk about labels. Why people...
Maybe he'll be a classic liberal. Maybe he'll be a libertarian, but all the time steering your direction into conservatism, conservative policies and agendas. Why? You're not a good salesman. It's your big iron fucking giant fucking baldy dome. You'd be looking better with fucking a pair of drums going, he's a baby! He's a baby! Anyway, it's just me. So that was the Iron Giant. Let's see the ninja porn.
France, Belgium, Austria, the Netherlands, Bulgaria and now Denmark are European countries that have enacted some form of the burqa ban, or at least...
And remember, these are all countries that Tommy Robinson and all his ilk will tell you that are under threat and getting invaded by Muslims. Woohoo! They hate us for our freedoms, and we're free to hate fucking people in ninja costumes. Woohoo! Not only hate them, let's ban the bitches. Here, bitch, you better fucking come back here in a fucking bikini with your tits hanging out. Right, listen, forcing anybody to do anything is doesn't sit comfortable with my moral compass. See, people voluntarily fucking wearing whatever clothes they fucking want to wear doesn't offend me too much.
Okay, so just to clarify, you are comparing women
like a ninja.
Women wearing
Yo, my life's like a
to
video game.
not being able to go into a bank wearing a crash helmet. Is that right?
What I'm saying is that you're not allowed to go into a bank with your face covered so that the CCTV can't see you.
What's that got to
I don't even want to put ninja porn into the search engine. Fuck knows what would come up.
do with anything?
That's it. That's important. What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
Well, that's the rules of going into the bank. You have to show your face, don't you?
What on earth has that got to do with suggesting that women in a burqa look like bank robbers?
Well, there's millions of years of human evolution that we look for affirmation for our own words and actions in the faces of others, and when people can't see someone's face, it makes them feel uncomfortable because they don't get that behavioural feedback, and it makes me uncomfortable. But no, someone wearing a burqa doesn't make me any more uncomfortable than trying to have a conversation with someone wearing a crash helmet with the visor down. That makes me feel uncomfortable as well. That's just perfectly natural.
So you feel uncomfortable having a conversation with a woman who's wearing a burqa?
He's scared of ninjas. See, what is this guy's problem is, when he was younger, he wasn't, like myself, a Ghostbuster fan. Now, if you're a Ghostbuster fan, you grow up with this pre-programming of Ghostbusters. It must be Illuminati programming, but fucking hell, you grow up with a wee thing going through in your head, and you go, I'm afraid of no ghosts. I don't even know the wee dance. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, right? And then you can expand. So I grew up like that. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. So I wanted to be a Ghostbuster, and I wasn't afraid of ghosts. And then when you're not afraid of like wee green piles of slime that go boom and ooh. Or when I eventually got over the ghosts in Beetlejuice, because the ghosts in Beetlejuice were really scary. The scariest ones were the ones with the fucking burqas. No, I mean the tent. I mean the sheet. And that's so I've got Ghostbusters to thank for not being afraid of people wearing ninja costumes or burqas. I have a problem with people being forced into doing stuff that they don't really want to do. But here, you've got the freedom to wear whatever costume you want. It doesn't really scare me.
I think I do, because when I'm speaking to someone and I want to see their reaction to my actions and my words, you look at their face. There's millions of years of human evolution in judging people's reactions from their faces. And obviously without that feedback, the conversation is very difficult, because that's what we're used to.
Okay, I'm just going to have to ask you that again. You feel uncomfortable having a conversation with a woman who is wearing a burqa?
with anyone with their face covered? Yes, I do. If they were wearing a mask or if they're wearing a crash helmet with the visor down, it's very difficult to get that empathy and that behavioural feedback of whether they approve or disapprove of what I'm saying or the way.
Excuse me, Mr. Dickhead. How do you ever speak to anybody on the phone without feeling uncomfortable? Using that logic. Oh, you can't answer that one. Okay.
Way I'm saying it. Yes, that's very difficult.
Man. Now, bear in mind, the genesis of this is Bobo fucking Johnson. He's conservative, by the way. I don't know if he's know that. The South African agenda. Oh, and we've got some interesting characters back on this.
And then also Faith J.
Right, Mike's is 25, 35. 25.
Old.
35.
Everyone. I'll keep this short and brief, but first I have to say, besides being the best source of information and commentary, I spend an unhealthy amount of time doing so in lieu of TV, movies, and music, which is personal, and I get into when I need it, get away, but the pressing matters that you address are important. I support you. I support RBN, and I urge everyone to do so while we still can. So I was calling on the topic. Kind words. I was calling on the topic of you brought up happened to be something on my mind, and I sent you a email earlier, and I don't do it often, but basically with South Africa,
yeah, basically as a redneck America sitting here polishing my AR-15 talking about making America great, the first thing that comes into my head to phone an American talk show fucking host who also wants to make America great again and fuck every cunt else is what's happening down in South Africa. Just a coincidence that every cunt else in the Triffer Industrial Complex. This is just a random guy that phoned in, and he's really concerned about what's happening in South Africa.
I just want listeners and viewers to possibly check out the documentary Farmland.
Yes. Yes. So, Mike Rivero, who sucks in the pro-Palestinian demographic, is now promoting Lawrence Sutherland of the Rebel Media's propaganda fucking film about white genocide in South Africa. How'd you like those apples?
Farm, as in the farm you grow up on, and Lands by Lauren Southern, and it's on YouTube or BitChute. And then also Faith J. Goldie, I emailed you about another documentary she had, or not documentary, interview about white genocide in South Africa. And I think those are two very...
I'm sorry, man. Like, for some time now, I've been pointing at this South Africa agenda. It's so easy to fucking notice the overlapping talking points. And Mike Rivero, the pro-Palestinians, now parroting fucking apartheid Zionist fucking propaganda for South Africa. Give me a fucking break. UK fifth column. Oh, this is a beauty.
The venue, I have to say that the Pickaway Centre in Kirkwall was extremely friendly. We've been given a nice little room fairly early on Saturday.
Oh, so the UK column were holding a wee meeting up in Scotland.
Morning we were there to set up for the presentation. All was going well. I popped out for a few moments. When I came back in the room, I was surprised to see that we had a young constable from...
Right, long story short, this is Fresh Start Foundation.
This is just another name made up by the UK column mob to give some air of truth and or independence to foundations and wee networks and stuff that they set up. And if you go and have a wee look who they are and what they're all about. That was July 18th. And if you go and see who this is, oh shit, I forgot his name. Is it fucking Robert Green?
Yay! Am I still in position here?
Right, hold on. Tells you who this is. Robert Green. Oh god. Fucking hell, man, it's like fucking credits.
The system that we're faced with, although he's under orders not to talk about anything to do with his past case, because he...
Fucking bad start with the Fresh Audio Foundation first. But anyway.
Still under a non-harassment order. So we're being, it seems, red dot due. What he is shenanigans.
Thank you. Am I still in position here? As I was saying, what was I saying? Anyway, I think we were rather up to obviously a very serious subject about the press and the way that I was attacked by the Times, Sunday Times actually, also by the Daily Mail twice, and from Private Eye.
Mental, standing there with a salt iron on his fucking chest and he's fucking his English, got plums in his mouth. Hey, what, hey boys? I think that's for Robert Green. Where did I find this information? Fucking, I'd be lying if I said that I thought I had a fucking thing me here and I don't. I don't. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. So this is the Fresh Start Foundation. Holy Greg. Now you need to go and make your own mind up about this stuff. If you go in and look at this objectively, you start seeing inconsistencies and crazy shit, weirdo stuff coming from both sides. And a lot of people have came to that conclusion. And what happens is if you come to that conclusion, that side will call you all sorts of... I mean, the first time I get like crazily attacked was when I didn't go with the UK column's narrative on Holy Greg, or didn't even go against it. I just went, hold on, I don't really want to comment. There's people have raised questions about the from all angles that I would like to get answered. Next thing I know, I'm the paedophile, and people are drawing pictures of me with gimp balls in my mouth and all that. Could have been a real one. I'm not 100% sure if they hacked, but I'll go with they photoshopped it. Shit, did I say that out loud? But man, you know, I didn't even fucking see this bit earlier on. Why is the page I was on earlier different? It says completely different from the one that I found earlier. But hey ho, I'm going to roll with it. Honestly, I'm not even joking. Where would I found the one earlier? Let's see if that works. Well, it would work if I could actually type straight. Look, see, these are the links I used earlier on, right? Let's see if they're just different. Call me crazy, but I think... Not the exact same one. Ah, that's the same one. There we go. Anyway. But... that was an interesting thing. Sorry, I'm all over the place. But the directors is David Scott. His Twitter is Albion Rover, which is a Coatbridge team, which would be his team because he was born in Airdrie in 1966. So he now stays up in the World Centre of Satanism, according to him. So we all know that he's fucking Satan himself because he's got the 66 in his date of birth. Makes perfect sense. Been proof evidence. A family man and professional design engineer. How the fuck did he end up in UK column? He set up his own design firm in 1998 and has been a company director ever since. He started campaigning in 2014 when visiting anti-child abuse campaigner Robert Greene. Then on remand in Perth prison, it led to his second career in journalism with the alternative media, daily news programme, UK column, and on a freelance basis. David now campaigns and reports on matters of injustice and the abuse of the weak and the innocent across Scotland. A real fucking white knight, isn't he?
Yes, I'm going to campaign for people of weakness.
Bet you for Christmas he gets a new cape every year. But anyway, what I'm saying to you is it's just UK column with this Fresh Start Foundation dressed up. Anyway, go and check them out yourself. I had a lot more information I wanted to go over, but I can't find it now for some reason. I've changed the website. I've been hacked.
Police Scotland who'd popped in, and apparently he'd popped in because some people had contacted Police Scotland because they were unhappy with the idea that the Fresh Start Foundation should be talking about child abuse in Orkney. Now, as is usual with the police, they were very big on telling us that people were unhappy and complaints had been made, but we weren't able to know any details about those complaints or to know anything about the people who had supposedly accused us. Could it have been that the police made that story up themselves? Well, on this occasion, I don't think so, because that young constable was so pleasant. But nevertheless, they were reacting to us there, trying to speak out and warn the wider public what is really happening about the abuse of children, not only in England and Wales, Ireland, but Scotland as well. But the story had another interest.
They're wondering why the cops turned up. Granted, it's a 2005 census, but Orkney, it ain't that big a fucking place. Not that big a neighbourhood. 20,000 people in the whole of the fucking islands or what have you. It's also, how would you, quite remote, I think you would say. Oh man, I can't really remember the name of it, right? But there's amazing pre-pyramidic structures there. I can't remember the name of them, but they're pretty impressive. Still, they're all excavated and all that. I need to study up on that actually. But you can see there, it's kind of like right off the tip of Scotland, right? It's quite remote. And they're going into a fucking island community of 20,000 people. And you know the wee satanic panic, these wee bunch of fucking Bible bashers get everybody's panties in a twist all about, and they're wondering why the cops bounced her in.
Little twist, because we did some leafleting the day before in Kirkwall itself, and we rapidly came across the BBC building. This is BBC Radio Orkney, a really lovely piece of architecture there. We decided to pop in.
The UK column done a Borat. No, done a Sacha Baron Cohen.
Because BBC had been asked about 2 weeks earlier if they could help advertise the Fresh Start conference. We went in, we spoke to a very nice lady who summoned a very nice young reporter, and in no time at all they said they were sorry that they'd sort of missed the original telephone call, but they were very happy to put up an advert for the event on their
I'll cut this story very short. They managed to con the BBC to put an advert up for their wee thing by obviously charming the people in the office, and got an old dear that done it, probably by the goodness of their heart. Now they're using it as some sort of a fucking propaganda tool. The BBC's took it down and all that bullcrap. So they done a Borat. They conned somebody into putting up, because the UK column are an anti-BBC organisation. I don't work for the BBC. I don't like the BBC. But the UK column are an openly anti-BBC organisation. And they pulled a fast one by getting their advert, the UK column, up on their website. And they're agent provocateurs that are spreading a wee bit of satanic panic. And the Ooga Boogas under the table coming to get you shit on a wee small island community. Gotta love how these bastards operate. Right, so got that. That's I forgot the South Africa agenda. Finished with Mike, I'm sure. That was the Ninja Fear. There's the Iron Giant. There's the truth tellers themselves, WikiLeaks.
Protesting the racists, to say racists get off our streets, I assume that they're referring to the land grab policies of the South African government. That can be the only logical thing that they're referring to.
That's the only logical thing they're referring to when they're saying racists get off our streets, not us two, who are pretty much wearing pro-apartheid white farmer t-shirts and walking into a bunch of black people from South Africa. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong here? Do you think anything will go wrong? They're just doing their freedom of speech. Look, everybody's absolutely fighting with each other before these two agent provocateurs turn up and provoke a situation.
Hi there. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Did all white South African farmers rape your ancestors?
Fucking go away. Go away.
Oh, we want to
I don't think he wants to speak to you.
engage in a debate. You want to engage?
We just want to engage in the debate. Mate, what the fuck do you think you're fucking Agent Smith with that fucking specs and glasses on, man? Come close, I'll fucking knock your fucking face off you.
Engage in the debate.
Sure. We just want to understand where you're coming from.
Go away. I got kicked out of my country because of people like you. Alright? I got kicked out of my country because of people like you. And all we want is our fucking land back.
Wait, so
alright? I'm a coloured because of you motherfuckers.
I never.
Go away.
I wasn't.
Go away. Go the fuck away. Go the fuck away. Go the fuck away.
Oh gee golly gosh, Batman. Look, we're getting persecuted. Our freedom of speech. Oh gee golly gosh, Batman. I just can't understand why these people don't want to fucking sit and suck our white cock as we go, hey, you're intellectually inferior because you're brown, you dumb fuck. And I don't think multiculturalism fucking works. So the black cunts should stay, the white people should keep the farms, and the black cunts should fuck off back to the jungle. Because they're not intelligent enough to work the farms. Give the farms to black people, they just turn into monkey voodoo lands.
Go the fuck away.
Cross the road.
You know, I would love to know how my ancestors
What the fuck is he doing? Like, is he been blind or something?
on the other side of the world were somehow able to reach around and rape his ancestors, but this kind of collective tribalism is the problem. It's that kind of... And
collective tribalism. And the alt-right is so just opening and welcoming. And remember back in the day when nobody could even say fucking a bad word about Alex? It's probably still quite the same. You say a bad word about Alex Jones, you're just a Satanist, devil, fucking leftist to so many people straight away.
And I feel really sad in a way because what a terrible history to be so embedded in that you're...
He definitely thinks he's Agent Smith, doesn't he?
So enraged about things that happened hundreds of years ago, most of which are unverified. And can you move ahead with your own life? Can you be ambitious? Can you get things done in your own life when you've got this level of hatred about things that happened in the past? It's really crippling.
A level of hatred that clearly doesn't...
It's not about things happening in the past. It's about what's happening just now. He's not been able to return to the land that was stolen by him by the colonial powers. All the colonial powers in South Africa over the decades. And that's why he's angry.
Just extend to even the ancestors in South Africa, because he was blaming us as well for him having to leave his country.
No, I don't think he was blaming you personally, but he understands what you represent. He might even be aware of what you two fucking are there all about, and the fact that, remember that Lauren Sutherland has just made a fucking documentary, Farmlands, about this exact topic, basically backing up the fallen apartheid regime of South Africa's political point inside South Africa.
Country for him being here saying, F all white South African farmers, and not just that, I won't talk to you because you share the same skin color as them, and you're responsible.
No, we're pretty much talking about the legislation and policy of being able to fucking get the land back. At the moment, like, they can refuse compensation, which leaves it in a... This is my best understanding. The South African white farmers can refuse compensation, which leaves it in a legal quagmire. Thus, they just stay there, and it's just nothing happens because nobody's willing to budge. They're not accepting the compensation, and the black farmers can't afford to force them off. So they're changing that. So that all the lands that can be proven to be stolen in the first place will get fucking returned. It's as simple as that. And that's why you get little sugar tits and this fucking iron giant fucking moron pushing the fallen regime in South Africa's apartheid regime politics. Who was the apartheid regime in fucking South Africa? It's the British Empire. Oh, and you can see the tentacles and the rebranding of conservatism using these little sugar tits and iron dome YouTube morons.
Well, to the point where he's incapable of having intelligent debate because he's filled with so much rage. It's
well, the other
really
thing too,
sad.
I was thinking about. So his ancestors, he seemed to be. He was talking about being. He said he got kicked out of his country. Does he mean South Africa? There, right? So I wonder if in the South African tribes.
God. And then they go into all sorts of semantics about, well, you know that this black cunt killed this black cunt and that cunt killed that black cunt. Right, while like not detracting from the fact, right, well hold on, they need to prove that the land was stole from them. If they can do that, the white cunts need to get off if they don't accept compensation. Nah, it take you in different fucking directions to make you justify, like, leave that to the South Africans to fucking sort out. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. And that's that. So, done the UK column, Assange, Ken O'Fife, done all that. So now we can done Brian Harvey. Right, these won't take too long. I know it looks like there's hunters, but it's just pretty much a roundup. But this is the Truther Industrial Complex in UKIP.
Hello everybody. You may have seen that I've come in for some criticism in the mainstream media recently for supporting Tommy Robinson. Let me explain my position. My support for Tommy Robinson has always been qualified. I support Tommy Robinson because I think that he is on the right side of a very great cause. Tommy Robinson has been exposing what is the greatest social scandal in England's history, I believe, which is the systematic, industrialised sexual exploitation by young, underage, vulnerable girls by certain sections of our population. Tommy Robinson has tried to expose that. Now, I get criticised because I'm supporting somebody with a criminal record. Well, I've never said Tommy Robinson didn't break the law. If you want to know the details of his conviction and whether they were genuine convictions or not, then I think you should read his book, Enemy of the State, or you can watch
Hunt is warning of a
video on YouTube.
What you want to ask me about it?
Oxford Union. Did he break the law? Yes, I'm sure he did on occasion. So did the suffragettes. So did Gandhi. So did.
Is he a prick? Yes, but so is other people too. That's not a defence. He's still a fucking prick. That's a fucking diversionary technique. Well, yes, I did pick my bum and eat it. But who hasn't? Their shit stinks. Their shit motherfucking stinks. This Bojo, go and check out who he is. You know, a real person for the people. I don't know what am I looking for. Man of the people. That's what I'm looking for. A real man of the people. He invited Geert Wilders to the European Parliament in December 2008. In February 2009, do the maths, not too far away, Lord Pearson, who has been funding Tommy Robinson, invited Geert Wilders to show, his film to the House of Lords. Now, this is the one thing I've noticed about the Truther Industrial Complex. They've got every freak in the circus to suck in demographics. This thing that really scared me when the penny dropped that this had happened is the way that they have managed to propagandise the young intellectual class. And they managed to do this by creating this fucking libertarian tard shit, which is neoconservatism, by anybody's measure, just would... And now... it steers the political swing, the political pendulum towards the right, and it gets people talking about all the fucking libertarian tard shit. And then behind free markets is fucking conservatism. Anyway, I digress. But it's quite scary to see how they've even managed to propagandise what the intellectual elite. Is that going on in universities over in this country, in this city? It's going on in the universities where the rebel-esque politics is libertarian. And then that takes you down fucking studying all fucking Ron Paul's fucking Austrian economics shite. Takes you down this road and then you're all in the same place, the same hymn sheet, before you know it. I'm a libertarian. And it's like you're on the right wing of politics and what you're going to stand for in the future and the topics you're going to be touching on and your stance on a lot of things is going to be in the conservative fucking form. It's going to be the right wing of politics. That's where your mind has been framed. Anyway, I digress, shit, sorry. But thought it was interesting. UKIP and the Truther Industrial Complex.
The divorce.
Man, this is so independent.
He's even saying there could be an accidental no deal. This is all...
I can't believe that Russia Today, the Russian Federation fucking propaganda outfit, is allowing Gerard Batten on their programme. Wow. And look at these two young, fine gentlemen. Little fat and thin.
Don't know, what should we talk about?
Well, both of them are buffers, aren't they?
Brexit.
Fucking hell. Let's just talk about how we're winning.
We are winning a lot, aren't we?
Yes,
we are. So, okay.
How we're winning? It's like, I thought he was taking the piss there. I thought fucking Charlie Sheen was going to run out or something.
Let's talk about War Plan Purple then.
Alright.
How's it going? How's War Plan Purple?
Are you already recording?
Yeah, I'm already recording.
You're doing it casual?
Yeah.
Alright. War Plan Purple.
Yeah, go on. Tell me about how you feel about it.
Well, we've been asked many times by UKIP members and leaders why we're doing it. And, I mean, for me, it came about on a whim, pretty much, whereby.
Wow. Well, Paul Joseph Wattsmouth at an edit.
We got the idea, why don't we just take over UKIP in a nice way, in a not underhanded way, but in a gentle, soft coup kind of way. And here we are, meeting, as you've seen on Twitter, with the leader of UKIP and the top people in UKIP in anticipation of a conference, which is going to be a big deal and is going to get a lot of press attention, shall we say.
I'll be honest, right? I think you can tell a lot from the way people smoke, right? These two were not the cool kids in fucking school. They look like they've just learned to smoke 2 days ago. You know how, like, they don't know that they're just acting
at the end of September. So a lot of exciting things in the pipeline, and basically UKIP, as I've said, as you've said, is the only...
He didn't even inhale! I don't even think he inhaled!
...political party, major political party in Britain that believes in free speech, that believes in fulfilling the democratic will of the British.
Can you imagine how fat Sargon of fucking Asgard would be if he stopped smoking? Anyway, sorry, you can go and listen to them in your own time. I want to paint a general picture about all these anti-politics, independent journalists who have just been telling you the truth. I really think they've been giving this party political broadcasts for some time. Not telling us, of course, they still don't admit it. But them two now trying to appropriate straight up political fucking right-wing moron party says a lot.
People, which should not be a great requirement to fulfill, but apparently is these days because we have a conservative in name only party and government, and so that's why we joined. It's mutually beneficial. They can boost us, they can give us a certain level of credibility, which some of us may need more than others in the political dialogue. And
I'm not even sure who that's a dig at. Is it a dig at me, the evil tweeter, the InfoWars conspiracy theorist, or the Nazi pug guy?
It's an across-the-board self-deprecating dig, but obviously in return we can give them vast amounts of traffic, video views, and Twitter impressions, and it's worked out great so far. We had the EU directive on...
God almighty, fuck.
Over the course of a weekend,
Si Carl, the right is on the move!
With the Italian Trump, Matteo Salvini.
Fuck, oh my god, man, we had fucking Berlusconi, with his Bunga Bunga parties. Imagine what the fucking Italian Donald Trump's going to be like, man. This guy's going to be amazing to watch.
You want one? Yeah, Team Salvini are now in government with coalition partners.
Hello.
The party get together.
You have opera.
Is different this year. Part political rally, part festival, lungs full with the oxygen of power.
I can do that, I just choose not to. Fuck all! Fuck you!
As Europe's populist in chief. He started off.
Anyway, I just want to point out that these are the people on the march, on the rise, all over Europe, thanks to internet propaganda.
One of his biggest supporters is Raheem Kassan, who was a senior advisor for Nigel Farage at UKIP. He's been helping to raise money for Tommy Robinson in the United States and spoke to me from Washington earlier this morning. I asked him about the contempt allegation that Tommy Robinson was still facing.
I've spoken to him since he's been released, and I understand that actually I don't think that he will be, and he doesn't think that he will be imprisoned for this alleged contempt of court rule.
But he is somebody who has been convicted in the past for contempt of court hearings in Canterbury, and in fact this was related to the Leeds case because he was given a further 3 months for breaching the suspended sentence handed to him in Canterbury.
Yes, that's absolutely right. You know, this raises all sorts of questions that the Law Commission itself has raised as to whether or not the freedom to report on such cases, and of course a lot of people talking about
Tommy Robinson could get more time.
My God, that'd be the funniest thing ever. But anyway.
I'm just going straight to live. Not even going to do that starting soon thing.
I'm no alright. I'm just a cum bucket. Look at my ears. Shit, what was I going to say there? The soy boy thing. Is Paul Joseph Watson done his best to sort of propagate that meme? Is that Baron guy? How do I know who Baron is? Because of Ginger Forever, Computing Forever talks about him quite a lot, but he's an Australian guy that propagates pro-Trump propaganda, bouncing up on Count Spunkula's stuff. But remember, he's no alt-right, he's just a right. UKIPs, I think it's that guy there. It's that guy there. Oh fucking hell, what a wee slimy wanker. I hate that wee prick. Look at that guy there. Try and remember these people if you can. It will become apparent later on when you see the video. Shit, the video was on here at some point. Oh no. So you're trying to
We shall no longer be divided by race.
Agree with what you say, and you may not agree.
There's a wee prick there, and there's that there. Now let me try and get my face back up. And then I'll be rounding this up. Don't worry, everybody. It's finishing shortly. Saved pages.
Hope your shop burns down. I hope it burns down.
I'm there.
We love Trump. We love Trump. We love Trump. Rip it out. Look what's in the bookshop. Let's destroy it. It's hateful. That's what we think of that. That whipping girl. What the is that? Whipping. What the is that? Oh my God! Look, for abortion. Can you believe it? Look. We love Trump. Paedophile lover. Corbynite. Scum.
People who want to shut down free speech call us fascist.
Hope your shop burns down. I hope it burns down.
And that's that walloper there. And that's him there, and the other guy that shows up with the Britain Forever. So after this wee speech, they went and started fucking burning bookshops. Not like, you know, Alex Jones and all these morons claiming that YouTube is digitally burning books by terminating a channel. You know, out of all the channels over all the times and all the claims of censorships that have been fucking shut down for all the reasons, I've never heard anybody, well, I've heard them, but it's not really a plausible argument saying it's digitally burning books. But going into a bookshop and ripping up books and shit, that's pretty close to genuinely actually burning motherfucking books, you know? Oh my God, this is for fuck muck books. Saying something about abortion I don't agree with. Burn it! Anyway, that's what's happening with the Truther Industrial Complex and UKIP. Not me-kip, UKIP. And for obvious reasons, we've all been steered in a political direction.
So this is something that is debunked. Check it out.
It's a very monoculture in this area. I don't think so. You just look across the road there, you've got Pakistani and Indian restaurants. Right. But do you see many British pubs in this area? There's one right there. Where? The Lakemba Hotel, it's right there.
Yeah, that.
Oh, booyah! Here, sugar tits.
Why don't you show us those clips? Now, I'm sorry to say, but here's Vinnie Eastwood coming out in support of these people, man. And you can't dress up what they're doing as freedom of expression. Freedom of expression includes communities being able to fucking kick out assholes. You know, people that come in and cause riots where there was none before. A lot of people think they're assholes. And I think communities and venues and all these private entities, clubs and all that have the right to kick out assholes. Anyway.
So here we are. It is 9:30 in Auckland. We are not where we expected to be. We're not where we're supposed to be, but it's where the fates and the left have placed us, which is not in a venue.
You don't need to be on the left of politics to think you're a pair of assholes. I don't think you do. In fact, I'm not on the left of politics, and I think you're a right pair of cunts. And I would kick you out. Freedom of speech, fuck off over there and spout your tripe away from me, motherfuckers. I don't want to hear your pish. I'm going to scratch my balls and pick my toenails and think about good stuff.
Giving spectacular speeches, enjoying engaging Q&As and meeting.
Very engaging.
News exactly. Do you even know? Beyond the media hatchet jobs, there's a reason why you're here. Why you
like gingers?
Watch this kind of content.
You're a Trump fan.
And from folks like...
Well, maybe you like computers. It's a weird one, I know, because the guy doesn't know about them.
Myself. Why you discovered alternative media figures and why you subscribe to so many of them on YouTube.
Yeah, because there was YouTube was used to politically indoctrinate a whole generation by telling them it was the truth. People got into the cult thinking it was all about the truth and all that, and everybody's just telling you the truth. So anybody says is the truth, and you can't question anybody in the truth cult. Then the penny drops and goes, hey, people aren't telling me the truth. They don't tell me selective truths to wind me up politically and send me off to the ballot box to vote the way they want.
Even some you don't subscribe to, but you check back regularly on their content from time to time. You don't even realize it, but at some point in your life, perhaps it was many years ago, the brainwashing just didn't take anymore.
Or you started getting brainwashed by different people. That's what I think happened. I don't think all of a sudden you woke up with, oh man, the internet has woken me up. No, you're just getting a different form of brainwashing.
Defenses in your mind were fortified against belief without evidence, because you
No, YouTube isn't evidence.
possessed a rare gift. The cognitive ability to reach a state of disbelief about the lies you've been told about something specific. This ability can be developed, and there's any number of reasons.
Look, that's the right-hand side. Only been told the right-hand side of politics arguments constantly on YouTube, while all the time I'm telling you, we're only telling you the truth.
Why a person has it. It could have been a whole host of environmental factors in your early life that led you to have a propensity to question the world around you. You may even have been a dyed-in-the-wool believer in the lies you were told for many years, but when your
You may have not been able to get hard-ons and needed some of Alex Jones's hard-on juice.
Mind was exposed to a stronger counter-argument backed by reason and evidence, your original belief in whatever that lie was fell apart gradually. Whatever it was, you obtained some new information that began your red pill journey. It changed you.
Red pill journey. It changed everything in your life, man. You became awoke. Anybody ever seen the analogy, like sort of the red pill and the blue pill, and how that sort of represents the Republicans and Democrats? Just saying, that's the real Matrix fucking code. Right, let's finish this up. So that was UKIP. Oh no, that was Lauren Sugar Tits, sorry. Done Brian Harvey, done UKIP. Let's do the InfoWars meltdown. It's funny just pointing at some of the... Oh.
We're looking at some of Jones' most outrageous and unbelievable conspiracies and bizarre rants.
After you're done, I'll keep this for the end of the show clip.
Meanwhile, one of the most popular alternative news channels, InfoWars, has seen a major crackdown with Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Spotify blocking all its accounts and taking down its content on the same day. Facebook explained the ban as follows.
We have taken it down for glorifying violence and using...
Very true. You had that guy who punched somebody in the face on the other day, and he was just like, "Oh man, it was almost like fucking Rocky, man. It was amazing." Then that video, how to deal with liberals, when it was like a grown man slamming a wee kid to the fucking floor. Now you can argue I'm no pussy or anything. The wee kid kind of had, like, it was nobody's real fault. It wasn't ideal. I don't even think the grown man would have looked back and been proud of himself of how that whole thing worked out. But you couldn't really blame him. There was a wee fucking brat kid doing all that shit. Don't think the grown man meant to do that. He meant to just use his muscle and throw him away. But Alex Jones put up how to deal with a liberal. As in, like, any liberal that comes up, just slam them to the fucking ground. Describing people who are transgender, I must have missed these tranny bashing. But that would have been probably funny, but... and Muslims and immigrants.
Dehumanizing language to describe people who are trans...
Dehumanizing? Literally demonizes people.
Gender, Muslims and immigrants, which violates our hate speech policies.
Well, InfoWars was launched by Alex Jones in the late 90s. His YouTube videos have been watched more than 1.6 billion times, which is comparable to many popular Western media outlets on the platform. Many have deemed him, though, a peddler of conspiracy theories. In a 2015 interview to his channel, Donald Trump praised his work, though. People
say he's a conspiracy theorist, but don't worry, Donald Trump, I think he's an A-OK guy. Well done, RT.
Social media have
I think Alex Jones is good again
over the issue.
I don't support Alex Jones or what InfoWars produces. He's not a conservative. However, banning...
Right, anyway, and then it's just... this is RT, starts with the exact same approach to what's happened to Alex Jones. RT's on board with. From everybody.
And with his site InfoWars, he's peddled a number of dark and bizarre conspiracy theories.
Sandy Hook, it's got inside job written all over it. You want us to cover Pizzagate? We have covered it. We are covering it. And all I know is God help us. We're in the hands of pure evil.
After weeks of criticism, YouTube, Facebook, Apple, and Spotify all acted to essentially erase many of his videos and posts from their services. In many cases, the companies are saying he violated their terms regarding hate speech. And a number of other rules. Alex Jones today in his show dedicated nearly all 4 hours to what he called censorship of his platform.
And President Trump, the Republican Congress, the state houses, independent media all need to rally together against this global move to censor America and the planet.
And this is something that he essentially has been warning his followers of because it was sort of ticky-tacky enforcement for several weeks, and he sort of saw this coming.
This is the internet purge, people.
I think for those who have tracked the social media policies by some of these big tech firms, today was a significant moment because these tech companies have really struggled with this dilemma of wanting to combat misinformation online, but at the same time not wanting to become arbiters of truth.
Can you define hate speech?
Senator, I think that this is a really hard question. And I think it's one of the reasons why we struggle with it.
For months and really for years, the tech companies have been reluctant to weigh in on a lot of these controversial speech issues. But it appears after months of criticism, the tech companies have finally said in the case of Alex Jones that enough is enough.
Enough is enough. And shit is terminated. There was videos I wanted to show.
About tragic deaths, something you can be sued for, or is it covered by freedom of speech? That's an issue being litigated in a case in which the parents of a child killed in the 2012 massacre at Sandy Hook Elementary School are suing InfoWars host Alex Jones for defamation for his repeated
The official story of
assertions that the family finds
Let's show you the clips that Alex Jones has took down.
Actionable.
The official story of Sandy Hook has more holes in it than Swiss cheese. My gut tells me the White House, people controlling the governments were involved in this. So don't.
My gut tells me this was absolute pure prime conspiratard fucking cannon fodder fed up to the conspiracy world for this exact purpose. This exact purpose. Right, so let's say, here's a conspiracy theory for you. A real school shooting did happen, and somebody came along and went, right, fuck, what we need to do is generate lots of evidence, fabricate lots of evidence, which will convince barrel loads of people online that this event never happened. Or just every just fucking make people doubt it all completely. Then what we'll do is we'll sell it to all the biggest conspiracy peddlers in town, and we'll sit on it, and then at a later date, if we ever needs be, we can go right after their ass for this shit, get them to apologise and retract all their stuff and all that, which Alex Jones is doing. Not only that, it now looks to be one of the primary things they've used to get him removed.
Ever think the globalists that have hijacked this country wouldn't stage something like this? They kill little kids all day, every day. And it's not our government, it's the globalist. I mean, they're doing it. They're doing it. They're staging it.
In court, Jones's lawyer admitted, quote, maybe it's fringe speech, maybe it's dangerous speech. That's not defamation. That's rhetorical hyperbole at its core. He's trying to get the case dismissed under the Texas Citizens Participation Act, which protects citizens' rights to free speech against plaintiffs who aim to silence them through costly litigation.
Anyway, so that's what's happening over on the CNNs.
Once Facebook started dropping info, there's comfort in numbers. Once Facebook started dropping InfoWars and then Apple fully dropped them, it gave Facebook, I think, the courage to fully drop it. There's been a lot of public pressure, too, on these platforms. And the more pressure there is, the more it gives them cover. And the pressure was just so great now about InfoWars, and it is so awful that they got rid of that. Now the hard work comes in saying, where is that line? What else falls on the other side of that line? Mark Zuckerberg runs a company, not a government. He has the right and responsibility to decide what should and should not be on his platform, what's decent and not. He's not responsible for free speech. If InfoWars is off of Facebook, it'll find somewhere else to go. So I think that
its website's not taken down.
Facebook is finding the courage now to decide.
Do you think Channel 3, Channel 4, BBC, not BBC, it's not good adverts, but all the channels in the fucking TV, do you think they should be able to decide what programmes they do and do not broadcast? Or what adverts they do or do not allow? Or do you think if any party political broadcasting should be broadcast as such and not as the truth?
They have to make standards and they have to enforce those standards. And that's not easy. And it's especially hard for an international company where those standards are going to vary country to country. And I think that they can now stand back and have a decision about what is decent, civil communication in society. That's the standard they should operate on, not.
See, this is an interesting thing. I'm seeing a wee bit in the chat and everybody's like Sandy hoax and all that, right? Now, listen, I am not here to convince you one way or the other. What I'm saying is, if there was a real school shooting or whatever, fuck, a real event that happened, and then they came along and there was somebody had a dog in the fight to make it look like it was fabricated, to either fucking just make money off the conspiracy clicks or to sell somebody fake information. I say the way Brian Harvey looked like he was going to get set up. He'd get brought in on a paedophile fucking conversation. Lots of names get said in front of him, hoping that he would go into the public domain and go, and then they would be able to go after him. Maybe that's the exact same thing they've done with Alex Jones and Sandy Hook. They've got fed Alex Jones all this very convincing stuff through fake evidence, which would convince the best of us out there that it was all false and all that shit. I mean, the stuff that really blew me away with Sandy Hook, or Hoax, was the videotape of the family and shit, right? Like when they were getting interviewed and all that, and they were laughing and all that kind of jazz. Very, very, very fucked up and weird. But again, it's not cast iron, boom-proof fucking evidence. You'd be here all day fucking arguing the ins and outs of it. But what's transpiring now is Sandy Hook looks very much to be the tip of the spear when it comes to what the tools they're using to take down Alex Jones. Alex Jones isn't going into that courtroom and saying Sandy Hook's is a hoax. He's going in and saying my speech is fucking protected. I was asking questions. He's not trying to fucking back up his allegations or the claims he was making back then.
Right or left. And if the bad discussion happens to be asymmetrical with one side or the other.
InfoWars has seen a major crackdown. Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Spotify are all...
RT backing them up more?
All completely banned InfoWars within 12 hours of each other, clearly suggesting big tech collusion and proving their terms of service are all bullshit. This is political.
Well, you would know the terms and conditions were all bullshit if you read them, Jufro. And you probably have read them or had one of your gimps read them or something, right? You know they're ambiguous and mean anything like any good contract written by a lawyer. Any lawyer can argue anything anyway. That's why they're good lawyers. So why have you get your violin out?
Political censorship. This is the purge. Facebook cited language used to describe Muslims, transgenders and immigrants. They provided 0 specific examples as to what we said that was verboten. And neither did Apple, Spotify or YouTube.
But they're private companies. They can ban who they like.
Exactly. Well,
No. Facebook.
Yes. Yes.
Facebook, Twitter and Google have monopolised free speech.
No, they haven't monopolised. They got the best products and bought up everything and shit. It was called capitalism, you know, that shit that you always fucking talk about. It's great. It isn't a utility. It isn't a life fucking giving service. It's a fucking website. YouTube have the right as a private fucking company to let who they want, who adheres to their terms and conditions, use their servers.
Online. They're a monopoly. They're also working directly.
Not really. They've kind of got most traffic and stuff, but they aren't the internet.
With institutions of media. CNN whines all day about Trump threatening press freedoms, while simultaneously lobbying to have its competitors shut down by big tech. America's free press supports censorship. Big tech is colluding with leftist lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Democratic Congressman Ted Deutsch pressured YouTube and Facebook to ban InfoWars just a few weeks ago.
Alex Jones obviously is a well-known conspiracy theorist whose brand is bullying.
Typically, a channel gets 3 strikes, and then we terminate the channel.
Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley pressured Twitter to remove my tweets from trending hashtags, and they did.
On Twitter, if you clicked on the hashtag NYC terrorist attack, which is, quote, trending, marked with a red button saying, quote, live, the top tweet links to an InfoWars story with the headline, Imam, I warned de Blasio about New York City terror. He was too busy bashing Trump.
Aye, some InfoWars pish.
Speak out because I'm not Alex Jones. I still think that we shouldn't regulate these companies as public utilities.
Hear them talking about all the same arguments as to like why the fucking YouTube has to bake a gay cake if they don't want to. They're public utilities. Now think about this, all these wee conservative pricks are now talking about we need regulation, we need regulation, we need regulation, we need regulation. I thought you were anti-regulation. Yeah, well, they're public utilities. YouTube isn't a fucking public utility, you stupid ginger fucking twat. And we can still see your ginger even in your fucking green background.
In some respect, I'm not saying that the government's going to own them. And listen, I'm not even in love with the idea, but hey, what is...
I don't like the idea, and the government shouldn't own them, but somehow, some way, some sort of a quasi-regulation, or just put me in charge. Put me in charge. Put me in charge, and I'll run it very fairly, and make sure there's no leftist stuff left on it. Yeah, that's well.
The point. What is the point in what we're doing if the left is just going to go, you know what, we can't compete. You know, we don't like this, I'm offended by certain content, and this guy is a nuisance, he's a problem. His audience, which millions of subscribers on YouTube, which he galvanized successfully during the last election.
So the left is doing this because they can't compete. Naturally, I concur that you're the right then, Ginger.
We knew it was coming. The whole thing was formulaic.
That's why I started looking like a homeless man about a couple of weeks ago. I knew I was going to have to find a new YouTube home, so I wanted to look homeless. So I grew this homeless man fucking beard. I've never looked so homeless.
First demonized.
I think it hides my fat face. Others say, why have I started wearing shirts like Simon Cowell?
InfoWars, lie about us, build a straw man, then sue us to add credibility to that, then have a few fake strikes on YouTube and Facebook with nebulous terms like bullying children and Islamophobia. And then what?
Bullying children? Check. That one I was talking about, slamming the wee kid into the ground. Definitely wasn't big and clever. But anyway, Islamophobia. That's your bread and butter, fat man. You're the one that told your fucking viewers that ISIS had set up camps in Mexico and they were crossing the border into fucking Texas and sent your wee info gimps to dress up as fucking ISIS and cross the Mexican border. Hey! Fucking fat gimp, man. I don't agree with a lot of things Alex Jones says, but I believe in his right to fucking say them. Well, what the fuck? You believe in people's freedom to kick out assholes. I believe in YouTube's freedom to kick out fucking propagandists from their platform if they want to.
Human beings, and today changes everything.
Oh, it changes everything. Public utility, private company, but first they came for Alex Jones. Listen for those talking points. That's all you're going to hear from everywhere in the Truth and Industrial Complex.
About the latest situation that just unfolded with Alex Jones and InfoWars, and for the sake of full transparency and honesty, you...
My nose isn't this big by accident. Sure that's what he's going to say?
You have to know that this is someone that I have previously worked with, have personally known for a very long time, all the way back since 2004, 2005, and because of professional differences with...
Wasn't paying him enough or thought he was better. He does look like that guy out of Doug. Cartoon Doug. The green guy. That name, big long cock nose.
With how he was running his operation, along with private events and personal differences that unfolded between me and him in 2010, 2011, we decided never to speak to each other ever again, and we haven't. And trust me when I say this, if there's anyone to really dislike the man...
Trust you? Nah, no thanks. Fucking Jadowski.
Man, it's me. But I actually think it's more important to talk about issues at hand instead of personal drama between people. And regardless of all of that, what happened today to Alex Jones sets a very dangerous precedent with severe repercussions for both people on the left and the right. And that's why in this video, we're going to be talking about what happened to Alex Jones, why people support it, and why this is a very dangerous move. Now, before we start...
dangerous move because it affects people on the left and the right. No, it's because you're going to get kicked off of fucking YouTube because you're a propagandist. That's what it means. So every cunt is going to be completely out of pocket and who are fucking right-wing neocon propagandists are going to get kicked off of YouTube and they're all fucking gutted. Right? Well, There's your bakery. Don't bake a gay cake, you dumb fucks. No gay cakes for you. No gay cakes for you.
An unperson, straight out of the plot of George Orwell's 1984, where when someone broke the rules of the power structure, they would have all evidence of their previous existence completely deleted, which is what happened yesterday when YouTube, Facebook, and iTunes completely wiped all the videos, posts, and podcasts from Alex Jones and InfoWars.
Yeah, it's not the same as actually deleting everything off the internet. I mean, like, if you own a server and you've got information on it, then it's you who decides what information's on that server and stuff. It's not for anybody unless you've got a contract to consistently store that data, which, go and read the terms and conditions, they don't have. You're onto plums here. It's not quite 1984.
Yesterday, when YouTube, Facebook, and iTunes completely wiped all the video power structure, they would have all evidence of their previous existence completely deleted.
All evidence of their previous existence deleted. And this is what's that big word up there? Google. Alright, then I put into the search bar InfoWars. What's the first search? Oh! First search results is InfoWars. Surely the globalists are block. No. So InfoWars isn't getting censored. They're getting kicked out off of YouTube. Completely different. They're not getting kicked off the internet. This isn't 1984.
Which is what happened yesterday when you...
No, it didn't, you fucking sweaty bongo.
YouTube, Facebook, and iTunes completely wiped all the videos, posts, and podcasts from Alex Jones and InfoWars. And regardless what you think of him or InfoWars content, this is the digital equivalent of book burning and sets a horrifying...
Not really, it's the digital version of asking some fucking asshole to get off your stage. Get out of my fucking house. I need to shut the fuck up. Go over there and parrot your pish, please. Book burning in the real sense happened with the UKIP guy fucking down the red pill fucking dickhead Nash. Make Britain great again, UKIP douchebag in the bookstore. That was close to real book burning. This isn't digital book burning, it's digital get the fuck out! And everybody should have the fucking freedom to get fucking wankers out their peripheral view, man.
Precedent for mass censorship by the big tech companies. They're claiming it's because of hate speech and pointed to several videos, one of which was Jones's commentary on the effect of Muslim refugees flooding into Europe, and said that it was Islamophobic. The other video involved his commentary on a drag queen festival in Austin, Texas, where he lived, which involved children in drag and other activities which I will not mention, and they said that his commentary on that was hateful towards transgender people.
Right, so all the usual fucking... Oh, listen to this douchebag.
There's only one the news, and the ACLU would always defend them, and we all understood. We all hated the Nazis. And we were all like, "Oh, I wish they'd come to our neighborhood." We, everybody wanted to do something to them, but we understood that you couldn't ban them from marching. We understood that if you could take their right away, you could take someone else's right away, because you don't like them, right? So,
aye, the right to march down the street. Yeah, you get freedom of speech on the street and freedom to represent that on the street and march and stuff. Important. I get you, Poindexter.
Protection of the freedom of speech, right? The First Amendment is not to protect speech we agree with. The First Amendment is there to protect speech we don't agree with.
And the First Amendments get fuck all to do with YouTube.
Speech that we hate. That's why you need protection for it. Speech everyone agrees with doesn't need protections.
You're one of those camp conservatives, aren't you?
Get it? Okay. So now we move on to this. So, Facebook, Apple.
Fuck's sake, mate. Take the microphone out your mouth.
YouTube and Spotify has banned InfoWars. So I think, yeah, Facebook unpublished 4 pages run by Jones for repeated violations of community standards, the company said on Monday. Repeatedly appearing in videos despite moved the entirety of one of a few hours after Facebook announced.
Yeah, I saw this today. I mean, this is
just
breaking right now.
All users agreed to comply with our terms of service and sharing in live streams hosted on other channels.
God, I can't fucking... Anyway.
Absolutely. Orca. Right, hang on now. How do we... was asked due to before ready for woo. Right, let's see what Whistles is saying now. Hopefully we're going, folks. Hopefully we are. Excellent. How do we do this?
Sounds like Jim White.
Right then. The best researchers I've come across, given, you know, what I've watched over the weekend, and I swear, folks, I hardly had any sleep over the weekend. It's like when you see a car crash or something, you know, you're trying not to right wing. And I'm sure the planners said, you know, there's probably, you know, the free market of ideas.
That's when it must be the free market of ideas. Right? Go out in the street and you'll get a free market of fucking ideas. You can think anything you fucking want. YouTube isn't a free market of fucking ideas. It's not called free market of fucking ideas.com. Well, there should be a fucking .com, shouldn't there?
Curb the opening of people's minds on the internet. You know, the free market of ideas has literally been one of the major pushes in what I think is a great awakening going on right now.
What, just right now? Was it last year? Was it the year about? Was it the first fucking UFO video that convinced you? Or was it the first Bigfoot? Was it your first Nibiru? Was it the first fucking chemtrail? Sorry to laugh, man, but come on, we've all been there, haven't we? Well, some probably haven't, right? But is it just this continuous, big, long, drawn-out wakening up? Or is it just people getting fucking politically motivated one way or the other? Anyway, I digress. The usual fucking folk are out there running duck and cover for Alex Jones. Keep that for after. Keep that for after the show. Alex Jones' best bits. Now let's do a wee bit of the Tommy Titbag trial. Don't worry, it won't be too long, people. I know I'm boring you. Oh look, the Tommy fans have been round. Number one, this guy's so full of fucking shit. Anybody that wants to research or have had any experience, first-hand experience with the prison service here in the UK, knows this is absolute, complete bullshit. This is nothing more than I'm getting his little violin out to sell more books and get more shekels and make him look a larger victim. He was held in segregation for fucking 48 hours. It's because he was a fucking risk. He was treated like any other prisoner. Any other high-risk prisoner that's a fucking pain in the arse asshole. Definitely. And this is, he wants you to read this letter so much that he put it out in the fucking big brand fucking detail of 360. And you can read that so clearly, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Tommy. That's the section he wants you to read. Don't pause it and read it all. There's the date. So let's look at the effects. It's like a fucking Miss Marple in it. The date on the letter doesn't have to correspond to anything, but anyway, other than the date the letter was written. No church! No gym! No education. You could have been doing with that, pal. No work. Well, I don't think they've got sunbed shops in there, you know, that's your vocation. And no socialisation. Well, that's what happens when you're an agent provocateur and you go to jail. When your game is causing riots when there is none, the prison servers are going to fucking think you're a fucking grenade ready to go off. He wasn't in solitary confinement. He was kept away from the general population because he was a risk after the risk assessment. He was in a normal cell and he didn't have a cellmate because he was a risk. And he was locked up for 23 hours a day because that's the usual regime. Listen to this sad music in the background. Oh, lie number 3. The man doing time. The committee fraudster. That's normal. It's normal that you get kept away from people while showering. Oh man. My shower wasn't gold plated. My phone call was in a bad place. And I could only walk around and get 30 minutes exercise per day. Sounds like every normal prisoner to me. Two hours of visits per month, that sounds normal to me. Missed treatment and cover up. Oh, I missed my sunbed shop. God, man, this guy is so fucking pathetic.
I'm Ezra Levant for the Rebel.media. I am in an exuberant mood because Tommy Robinson has been set free as we speak. He is likely packing his things. He's probably packed them already and is in a car heading home to his loving family to be reunited after more than 2 months in prison for contempt that was improperly found by the court. That's the import of today's ruling today. The Court of Appeal has found that the conviction of Tommy Robinson in Leeds was flawed. It was wrong. It violated British law. It violated the criminal rules of procedure. It will not stand. It was quashed. Tommy is a free man. The only condition placed on Tommy is that he must appear at a proper hearing for contempt, a hearing that I predict he will be acquitted.
Woo! I predict, in the meantime, give us lots of money, and if he goes down, I'll make lots of money.
Isn't this interesting? All the naysaying and all the misrepresentation of events, lying by the media about the details of what happened in the court on the day of the conviction. Turns out, we were right all along. Tommy Robinson should not have gone to jail in the first place, and Tommy Robinson is coming home.
On a technicality, and he might be going back to jail.
The appellant, Stephen Yaxley Lennon, was committed to prison for 13 months.
And those who dare to speak out, those who speak the truth, those who...
There's the wee Zimbabwean fucking cunt. I'm not posh. I shop in Tesco's. You're not fucking... You're fucking Tim Nice but dim. So that's who he is actually. Nice but dim. Tim Nice but dim.
You know, that, you see that one Antifa activist there hiding his face? Zoom in on that guy. Zoom in on that guy right there. He asked me if I was part of the master race. Actually, I'm Jewish.
I know you're probably, well, of course you're master race if you're Jewish. You think everyone else is Goyam?
You called me a Nazi. You called me a Nazi. I'm a Jew. You're a Jew hater. You're a Jew hater. I'm a Jew, and you're a Jew. You're a Jew hater, sir. You're a Jew hater. You're a Jew hater.
Your mum stinks. Your mum stinks. Stinky breath.
Unfortunately, I need to remind people that Islam is an ideology. It's a set of belief. It's not a race. I am a white person. All I have to do is to accept.
You're a fucking jippo.
Prophet Muhammad.
Foreign muck. Fuck off. Get in your caravan and fuck off back to fucking Transylvania.
And
take your stinky mum and fucking dad with you. I don't care if you were born over here, fucking jippo.
Become a Muslim. Okay, you can't become black. You can't become a race, but you can become a Muslim. Therefore, it's an ideology, and as any ideology, you should be able to stand the test of scrutiny. But right now, there are some people who try to make Islam to seem as a race, and just by criticizing it is going to make you far right. This is a very dangerous thing, in my opinion, because when you put someone as reason.
No, it's not criticizing it makes you far right, but obsessing about it and making it your fucking life's fucking mission to fucking hunt down Muslim fucking grooming gangs. And in the pursuit of hunting down Muslim grooming gangs, just ignore all the white ones. That means that you're a victim of a far-right propaganda. I hate that wee Romanian prick, man.
This is Dabu7.
Oh, we know Dabu7. He's going to know all about what Tommy Roberts.
An update to the situation in the UK surrounding the...
Oh, brilliant. Where are you reading this from? RT. Ah, yes. Very fair. Pretty much this is exactly what Dabu will say if he's still doing the same format.
One that they call Tommy Robinson. Now, to get to the bottom of this, his real name is Stephen Lennon. He goes by the pseudonym of Tommy Robinson. Also previously went by Andrew McMaster. Also went by the name of Paul Harris. Just a quick search here will reveal all this info. A lot of people question that. They say, okay, it's one thing to have one name. Why so many? And people want to say for a safety. But then others say, okay,
home sweet home.
His real name is easily found rather quickly. So there's a lot of confusion and questions asked around the whole Tommy Robinson name itself, especially when people attach this face to other names in the past, and it really gets to be mind-boggling for some. So he was arrested after filming an incident outside of a courtroom that they apparently did not want the world to see.
Yeah, they were hiding it from the world in a public court.
Now, the big issue with this was we all feel we have a right to see what's going on, especially in the situation.
You have the right to go and see what's going on. It's a public court and justice is getting done in public. But in the pursuit of fair justice, there's certain sort of a reporting restrictions on some things
that was going on at that courtroom. He was outside filming it, letting everybody know what was going on. Then they arrested him, threw him in jail, and then the response was a wave of demonstrations, people wanting him released. And now at this point, they're saying he is freed on bail after the court orders a retrial. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in terms of people in the streets, if they gather around him for any rallies, or if he just remains quiet and lays low in the meantime. But just wanted to let it be known, Stephen has been released, or Mr. Tommy Robinson has been released, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Thank you, Dabu. What the hell how would I not know that stuff without you, mate?
Oh my God, Tommy, how are you? Welcome back.
Oh, I'm so thank you, man.
Oh,
from the bottom of my heart, seriously.
Great to see you.
Man, honestly,
great to see you. I'm so glad you're free.
Man, I've just I said.
Oh, well, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. How was it seeing your kids again?
I've just done that, man. They're out here. They're out here. So
I won't keep you for more than a few minutes. Are you serious?
Yeah, because I just said, yeah, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the Rebel, everyone from Rebel. But, mate, I said from the start, you know when I'm in there and you first rang my wife, it's hard to relay messages and get messages back and forward, and I'm not...
Looks like you said these first lied anyway.
But I knew like, the man to have on it Zoom. I knew the man tag on, and now they want to go again.
Tommy, it touches my heart when you say that, and in a weird way, we've been closer in the last 2 months than we ever were before.
I know.
But it counted more now.
I know.
And I'm so happy to see you. It looks like you had a rough time in there. It looked like they weren't feeding you.
I don't know. Mate, when you hear when I lay it all out, it's just like, that's insane that they can get away with that. And when I hear all these lawyers, I hear barristers, I hear all these people talking, I think they're completely abusing everything they can abuse them.
Waka waka waka. If you want to give me some shekels.
I know I've got so many people I need to thank, so much I want to say. I've got loads to say, but I feel anxious. I feel.
Daddy! How disgusting is that, him using these fucking kids, man? That's absolutely disgusting. There's the QC that he fucking spent. He does a lot of celebrity stuff, done the former EastEnders star crap and all that jazz. There was another one of his solicitors, John Carson. I couldn't find
the
other
law
one.
is a blade, and it cuts according to the inclination of the sovereign that wields it.
There's a
Tell us what
UKIP
it was
guy
like
supporting Tommy Robinson, and there's Fox News supporting Tommy Robinson. But remember, he's not right wing of politics. He's just fighting Muslim paedophiles.
Although my eyes may have watered. And then Tommy and I sat down, and I thought, okay, I got 10 minutes with him.
Quick hand job, quick hand job. Waka waka waka. What one was that was deleted? Tommy Titbag. Let me think. I will remember that. Well, there's one way to find out. What one's that? Tommy's treatment rant. Alright, if Tommy Robinson dies, your asses are grass. People like threatening violence and all that. Oh, look, he's a man of the people. He drinks a pints.
Right, for any snowflakes watching this, if you don't like strong language, turn it off now. There will be fucking loads. There you go. Right, and if you say, why have I got to use strong language? Because I'm fucking annoyed and I'm passionate, alright?
Because I'm a fucking poof caught in a fucking alpha man's body, okay, girlfriend? I mean, alright, man! So there, now I'm going to act the old fucking butch with my little poofy fucking accent. And you know how, look at Mum! Mummy! Mummy! Look how manly I am!
There you go. Right, poor old Tommy. I have seen videos of him lately. Now, the one where he meets his kids, I cried. I don't give a fuck what any bloke...
Oh, you big fucking poof there, aren't you?
This is what happens in Britain if you report on the child grooming gangs.
Now, I'm not even joking. People need to tell me, is this guy Swedish or fucking Welsh? Just listen. He's fucking Welsh.
This is what happens in Britain if you...
Why, I boy, this is what happens in the Britain. Why, I boy, we just go down to the farm and with sheep. Why, I boy,
report on the child grooming gangs. You get thrown into prison. Solitary confinement for 3.5 hours a day. You get poop thrown in through your Selvin.
You got the poop.
Nose. You lose 42 pounds, which is about 20 kilos, in weight in just
in the poop that you're throwing at yourself.
2 months. This is a shocking story of what happened to Tommy Robinson.
Yes, it is a very shocking story of what happened to Tommy Robinson. Here's Peter of Sweden going into... This is
it's probably
no-go
not a
zones.
no-go zone officially, but it's very much a problem area. So,
This is the problem areas in Norway.
Understandable that officer rights comments basically
You need to go and watch that.
in this case.
I mean, there's kids on bikes, there's white people, there's people shaking hands. It's complete chaos. And then he's like not only scared in people in ninja costumes, he's scared of certain types of music.
that a couple of times people attack police horses, you know, and you've got these people now going out into the streets to kind of let off steam, and
she just wants to be important, doesn't she, man? Just go and start having babies, Lucy. You should just go and just become a breeding mare, man. Give up this fucking game.
I'm speaking now to Lucy Brown, who joins us on the lines. She's a former aide, former assistant.
I'll pump you, Lucy.
All right, everyone. For several years,
I can't remember the insult somebody made about him, but it was something to do with please fucking learn how to use buttons.
years now, people have encouraged me to get an Instagram, and I'm like, oh, you post photos, people comment.
I'd encourage you to get buttons first. I think it was Blazing that said that. Get some buttons.
On them. Well, that sounds a lot like any other fucking platform. Like, you can do that on Twitter, you can do that on Minds, you can do that literally anywhere you want to. Like, I'm a video for.
You could grow that moustache anywhere.
Person, not really a picture person. I like a bit of photography, but you know, largely it's just showing off plants or nature. Twitter is.
Anyway, you need to go and listen to Wee Pigeon Tits try to tell you what he knows about Tommy Robinson, and for some strange reason, a guy in the United States has no clue actually what's fucking going on, but yet sits there with all the air of authority telling you what is going on. Sorry, tonight's show was so long, but there was a lot to go into, and I think I've managed to cover it all the Tommy, all the InfoWars, you kept sugar tits, so hopefully you have appreciated that. I know it was a bit long, but if you do appreciate not the InfoWars Nightly News, make sure to thumbs it up, share it with your friends and family and foes, help the channel and the show grow. There's a Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. It's digital busking. I hope to do such a great job you'll consider using your spare change, not your life savings, on the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody that has. Make sure to thumbs it up. Look, 22 Tommy Robinson fans. I'm probably just 3. Old woman that smell of bacon. Just back for the mosque. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Remember, Not the InfoWars Nightly News is the original alternative look at the so-called alternative media. Skeptical about the so-called skeptics and watching the motherfucking Watchmen, because somebody's got to do it. In the evening, one and all. Lopsum, Falcon, Apple, Charlotte, Blazing, J Mace in the evening, guys and girls. Thanks for joining, everybody. Lopsum, Charlotte, Kevin, Lazy Jesus, Apple, Charlotte, Mace, Helipad, Blazing, Kevin, Lazy, Falcon, in the evening, everybody. Stewie was in there as well. Dylan Hunt was in as well. Hopefully I've managed to say hi to yous all. Doesn't seem to be that many in there for some reason. I think it's because I hit a refresh. But anyway, thank you so much for everybody joining. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did. Sorry I haven't been doing the World InfoWar News in the afternoon this week. I've had the time to do it basically. I've been doing other things, so I need to sit down and think and revise when and as I'm going to do that kind of show. So I think I'm going to do it, but just once a week. Do this once a week, do a World InfoWar News once a week, and try and do a See Through the Fear Porn once a month. See Through the Fear Porn Friday once a month. So I'm going to try and sort that all out. So thank you so much everybody for joining. Make sure you do thumbs it up, share it with your friends, family, foes, all the good stuff. Hopefully you did enjoy it tonight. And hopefully I've managed to say hi to everybody in the chat. Tune in tomorrow. Make sure you sub and bell up as well, because I will be doing a lot more short clips. I think I'm going to attempt to try and do that. A lot of people are saying that they enjoy stuff like that a wee bit more, and it's more accessible to a lot of people rather than this long drawn out fucking live shit, which I love. But I talk too much shite. It's not condensed enough for some people, so I'm going to mix it up a wee bit. So in the evening one and all, hopefully you have a good one. I'm going to go and get some spag bol. My poet, I don't know it. Catchies.
Clips, clips. Tonight at 11.
Doom! It's a plan! And I'm angry! I'm not a slave! I've broken the conditioning! It doesn't work on me! I'm primitive, I'm real, I know the enemy, and if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist! Break the conditioning now! Excuse me.
This is not the InfoWars Nightly News, where the answer to 1984 is not $19.95 plus shipping and handling, but the answer is to try and understand the double barrel bullcrap, the double speak, and the Orwellian wonderland we now find ourselves in. So sit back and relax as I take you through a real alternative look at the news and so-called alternative media alike. Enjoy.
Clips, clips.